I started with nothing more than a patch of land and a dream. A quiet little town, just a few homes and dirt roads. But every choice I make shapes its future. Do I build farms to feed my people? Shops to keep the economy alive? Roads to connect it all together? As the town grows, so do the challenges. More citizens means more traffic, more power, more problems, and it's up to me to keep everything in balance. What began as a small village is slowly becoming something greater. A place full of life, businesses, and a community. Every decision I take brings new possibilities and new responsibilities. Do I aim for a thriving, sustainable city with green spaces and happy citizens? This is my vision, my creation, my city. From town to city, let's begin. Well, here we are in to town to city, and it is time to not only build something cozy and functional, but we're also going to build something most beautiful as well. So welcome yourselves in and let's get stuck into what is going to be stupidly glorious. Now, what I'm going to do is start by drawing out some basic roads to get us going. I'm just going to ignore this a second. We are following along with the whole story, but I'm going to craft up all of the roads that we want to get started. Alright, so we got our first little road layout going. I've built this little bit. This is going to be the start of where the market's going to be. And I want to point out that every single road is going to be hand-drawn, freehand as well. We're going for something quite gorgeous. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set the houses to randomize. We're going to go beautiful. It wants us to build 3 houses. So down on the bottom, we got 3k to start. Now, first starting houses are going to go around the market, so we're just going to put 3 here. I'm going to put 4th there, and we'll let that kind of do its thing so we can crack on into the next bit. We'll need multiple anyway, so we'll need to make sure we're bringing in money from these guys, and it really does start to look beautiful as well. I have played a little bit just to get used to the basics as well, so I'm not fumbling around, but we will welcome our first arrivals now, and I've been really excited to play this actually. And here they are. Our first lovely little settlers. Let's get them in their first home. So, I mean, over here is fine. We're about to be asked to do some stuff. I'm going to click off this. I understand it anyway, so we can carry on. Just talking us through the basics. And we'll start getting our first 2 markets in. That's nice in there. And then we'll get 1 on here as well. So I plan on just getting a little bit of decoration around them when we can. We're going to need a warehouse in a moment, which it will ask for. And we'll also make sure we're assigning people in. There we go. And the warehouse is, in fact, it needs to be within this area. So I think we are going to have some problems early on if we're not too careful. But I think there is a tolerance range. But in here makes perfect sense, right? Blends in okay with the houses. And we'll just take in these settlers as they come in as well and continue. Our first lot of houses are, like I say, going to fit around here. But I am going to leave little gaps open. And I'm not going to be afraid to put some in on this bit as well. I've got to be dead careful, obviously, the money side of things as well. But we'll get 2 in there. And we'll go into the next one. Click on their house, blah, blah, blah. Yep, we know about them having their thingies. So it's all about, basically, we're aiming to get their happiness up. A happy people will then provide what we need to continue growing, in short. So these guys are pretty happy. But what we want to do is basically decorate this area somewhat, so we've got some room for things. And I'm basically just going to go with some street lamps to start. Just keep in mind that I will be doing some hefty decorating when I can as well, some different bits, but for now we just want to get up and running. I'm going to keep the trees randomized as well, so hopefully they're not too big, and each house will make sure there are some decorations in and out. So this bit is kept separate purposely so we can get some of those in. Wants us to do 4 different things, so I am going to go ahead and do just a little bit of an archway coming into the marketplaces. So this is going to be, well, perfected for our first one, I think. It's going to look really nice. So I'll make sure all entrance points to it have it. And then I'm going to get a bit of a fence around them. I think that's sensible. There we go. We'll start just fencing bits off. So I'm not sure whether we have a small park in this area, actually, by the market stall. I think we do. And then we fence this one off as well. That'll look really nice, I think. And you can curve it, by the way. Just tapping that. There we go. We'll just fence it off like that for now, so it counts as some decorations, and then maybe a bench or two in this bit. So the park itself isn't going to do anything. I'll be doing little bits with this as I go along as well, making sure it looks pretty nice as they go through. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's go next. Hover over the happiness percentage to view the happiness breakdown. That's good. So we've got all different types of needs, as you can see here. So average population density. Certain people like different things as well. Assign 5 families. As it stands, these guys are pretty happy just in all of this. And they've got a lovely little cul-de-sac and park to get started. Now, I may end up changing the lake part, but I did have a bit of a plan to build around it. So you've got waterfront shops and that kind of thing as well. Right, let's get our research center in as well, as it's asking for. This I'm going to keep pretty close to here so we know what we're doing. And I'll max this out just to build up research as quick as we can. You seem to get research pretty fast too. Right, let's go and assign as many people as I can to the research center, and you'll see that we're getting them pretty quickly as well. So we've got the fish stall now. Let's get that baby unlocked. And let's slow it down. All right, we'll go straight into the fish stall then. So I think we've got room for one right there. I'm not going to fence that back end, just that bit there. And then we've got room for probably 3 more market stalls in there if we're lucky. There it is. One lovely fish stall. Let's get that in. Oh, we've got no workers actually, have I? Here I have. There we go. And we're getting to that point we are going to need to build some more houses too. Get one in there so everyone's got the fishes. And we've got to keep an eye on our money. It ticks up slowly, so the more we get in, the better, right? And I think I'll go for this one. I was going to do as like a bit of a cul-de-sac, to be fair. So I think we bring this a little bit further up, and then we get a few houses going along here ready for these guys. And then I should be able to get some basic, simple decorations around these guys as well. And they're in range of that, right? And a couple of street lamps. I don't want to spend too much too early on. So we'll just dot them through, and then you get the joys of that house. Well, I think that now has indicated that we're going to need more workers in each with those moving in, otherwise they will offload. And the good thing about the game I've noticed is it does tell you, see that area of influence? It does tell you though when you need, and if you click the warehouse, when you need to kind of add an extra labor into there as well. Looks like we have enough research points for the decorate building, and this now will allow us to put the flower pots on their balconies. That was exactly why I was waiting to put flower pots in. So just a little cheeky 1 or 2 for them. And we can put benches now on the balconies as well. It looks really cool. So you can have like a little under bench window, that type of thing. We'll get one over here. And each will add as decoration for these guys as well. Let's get both of these in. Hopefully this can reach actually. We've only got 1 spare house now, up to 31 population, but all is good and well in the hood. And we've got already another one. So we've got the fruit stall and the veg stall. So we'll grab in the fruit stall now. And let's also place one of those in here. So it looks like we're only going to get probably these 2 in here. So we'll need to consider another market stall afterwards. But that's okay. Right, fruit stall in and ready. And I think we're almost got enough for the veggie stall. Yep, we're on 57 already. And the next lot of people coming in as well. So we're going to need to also get more houses. They've only got this one at the moment, and they do start asking for certain things like want to be near trees and stuff like that. At the moment though, they're not asking for too much, which is great. And my only question is, no, it does reach. I was going to say, does it reach that far? But we are absolutely fine. I'm wondering whether we go for some kind of back alleys as well with the houses. I will stick to going as close to these as possible for now though, and I can squeeze one more there. So I think that's fine. We'll get one more in that bit. Yeah, so what I meant was, can we do some like dirt road through the back here? So from here we can offset a bit of a dirt road going through the side there. Not the nicest looking, but that's cool. And we'll get a tree or 2 just inside. Maybe a street lamp this way. They do turn on at night as well. They look really nice. So Okay, what's this one? Desires a house surrounded by decorations from the light source category. Plus 5% here. We've got a lamppost right by that one, so they seem to want lots of light. So we can make them even happier by sticking another light in there. Looks like we have now got our next thing. So let's grab the veggie stall first, as this will provide more jobs. And this will be the last stall. Oh, this one's quite big, so we're not going to get that one in here, are we? I might have to get rid of the fence then. I could carve this out a little bit more and make these roads a little bit narrower, which is the beauty of the game, right? So we'll just carve that fence out, and it looks like I can get a market stall on that corner. And then what I'll do, we just move this one. We'll get them straight in there though, and then I can re-fence this bit, and we're all good. Fence is back in. I don't like that sharp corner though, so I'm gonna see if I can move that about a bit. If not, we'll go dead straight, right? So we'll do it like that. Perfect. All right, let's see what we've got. So these guys are just happy in generic houses, I think. So that makes my life easier and easier. But we are going to need to give more labor. But all we're trying to do at the moment is build up to get to that next step, right? So we just need to 50 population, then we can upgrade our city to the next stage and really start to ramp it up. So in the meantime, we'll make sure that we're getting more houses ready. And then I know that we've got more research. So flower and plant decorations and trees and bush decorations. Let's go for trees and bushes first. And that gives us a whole lot of stuff. So if you come into here, there is so much. And there it is, the nighttime with the street lamps going. Look at that. It's beautiful. Now, we've got really good happiness. At the moment, we've only got one more worker, but we are fine. I'm looking at everything else. The green indicates nice and happy. We have enough houses for you guys. That might cause issues very soon on here, so we do need to consider that as well. And then we'll need to plan our next marketplace at some point. For now, though, we're good, and we are full. Actually, I'm thinking 3 in each. We might need to then consider our next one. The reason I did this road all the way around here, by the way, I was like, well, I think the mayor's house, I'll get up out of the way. I might even go really far back. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go all the way to the edge. All right, next research is the flower and plants decoration as well, so I'll let you have a quick look. These are all like potted ones, different types of plants. So these are really good for putting, I think, on the balcony. And we can also do these little wildflower patches. I've got them randomized, so it's really nice to add. It costs a fortune if you just start spamming it though, so you do need to be really careful, but you can make in between the houses really, really desirable. So if we click it, they are very, very happy. Yeah, plus 17% for all these decoration points. Right, this family is asking for a house surrounded by trees. Now, we can make that happen by just getting them in, right? Let's do it. Let's give them a nice tree or two either side. They seem to be happy with that. Go for a couple of smaller ones. I don't know if these count. We'll have a look when we get plus 4%. There we go. I don't want to do too many to make it look silly. You can now upgrade the town to the next stage, though. Click the green button to upgrade. Building the most desirable place, I am sure. City upgraded to stage 2. Now we've unlocked apparel and research menu expanded to unlock tier 2. Mayor, could I talk to you for a moment? Go on then. Loren, we're all excited about the potential for our town to grow into a prosperous city. Everything's going swell, though some of the new arrivals are experiencing issues. I suggest building yourself a house first with one big mailbox. That way you'll know how to reach you if any requests come. Right, so now we've got to build the mayor's house then. So that's why I've built... So obviously me being me, don't like people. I am joking, by the way, but I like some people. So I'm going to build it away from everyone. And then whilst we wait for the mayor's home, let's get... Maybe I'll stick to just the brick road for now, but I am going to build another market area over here. This one's going to be some pretty generic ones. No park over this way either. I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet, but we'll do some markets here. Probably, now that I think about it, we could decorate, have a little walkway park there. And the markets themselves, we want in some kind of arch around this. So we'll maybe stick them around here. That way we can house... through this section, right? And not forgetting that we do want to keep bringing the roads out. I think I'll go with a 7 size. That should be the main. just to have them coming over this way as well with branching roads, because it always looks nice, doesn't it? There we go. So we are good for all of that. So desired a house surrounded by lights. No available houses either. We're not very good mayor, are we? These houses that we put in are now going to want a considerable amount of extra stuff. So I'm going to get 3 here, just looking at our money. And we also have another request. I'm not going to click that request just yet until I get all this planned out. So when I accept these guys, we'll obviously need to get in lighting nearby. I'm sorry. We'll get you sorted with that. Don't you worry. I should give them the bus. There we go. Plus 4%. We're on 84% happiness anyway, so that's fine. And my house was built. Amazing. Your house looks great. I'll have a look in a minute. I'm sure the first requests will start coming in soon. We're all thrilled to have such an involved mayor in town. Don't worry if it takes a while to address any of our requests. We're patient townsfolk. Good. Right, let's go over to our mayor's house. Now, you can click the little message button up here anyway, so we don't actually need to come here, but there it is. We have a request. Hello, Mayor. When I moved here, I didn't realise I wouldn't have to survive without my favourite tailor. I fear I'm getting desperately out of fashion. Would you be a dear and build a clothing boutique in our little town? And make sure they sell red clothes, dear. Okay, no problem. So that is now down here in the research time. I'm going to go for the greater reach for a moment on the market stalls, because that means these guys will be reached by this now. That was why. So we are covered for a moment, and I can get more people in. I just got to make sure it doesn't overload this. And in terms of clothing, we need 100 research points. We're on 82 at the moment. I reckon I can get some more people in here anyway, and we'll have enough for the clothing store in a moment. Alrighty, here we go. Let's unlock the clothing store, and then we'll need the set clothing colors afterwards as well, because they specifically asked for red clothing, didn't they? So there it is, 255 for a clothing store. Now, we're going to need what is potentially going to be like a high street, right? We've got, I think it was this person here. So I think our first lot of clothing area should go over here. So this is going to be a bit more of the main spot. Now, we need to decide where housing ends and where shops begin. We'll need 2 sections for that as well. Although it does reach much better over here. Maybe we go into a row or 2 over here. I don't know. Oh, it's tough, isn't it? I think I'll go from this point here, then we'll do something with this section. I know it's not ideal, but it will satisfy just these guys, and then we'll need to do something over this way as well. And we also need to get in even more houses. So I'll continue along that cul-de-sac area there, and we'll also get one more here. All right, these houses are filling up pretty damn quickly, so I think we're now officially don't have enough for these guys. Let's get 1 person in the clothing store. We're going to need a warehouse to service that one. So small warehouse we'll get in over here. And then we're going to need to consider the basic marketplace stalls over this way as well. So we'll start really getting some of those in. I think it should be able to reach from here. We're going to run out of money very quickly, but I'm going to get 1 of each just so they've got them. And this is going to be a pretty cool little market square, actually. Just to keep them happy, and we'll get the labours in here, and that should give all these. Build and activate your first apparel building. Check me out. I think with all this that we've just put on, I think it makes sense for us to actually go ahead and get a warehouse here for these guys. So what I'll do is edit these connections. You can actually turn off the connections here. So we'll do that. And that way we'll have enough people. So I'll leave it just doing this. This one will service these much more efficiently, won't it? So we're all good. And then we'll unlock the, what's it called? Clothing color. So I think, do we go in the clothing store? Then we go townsfolk clothing, red. Boom. And that should satisfy this. Connect a functional clothing store to a house. To the house. Which house? I thought it was that one. Anyway, let's get this in, and that should service all these. If not, we'll have to get in a second clothing store this way as well. And you'll see each thing has a production and demand. I'm not going to be perfect. We're aiming for beauty first. Let's maybe get in. We are going to need to do this. Now, the good news is we have a warehouse to cover this. So this then covers all our houses, right? And we are out of money now, so we're going to need to just chill. We've got no more houses for these guys as well. I'm just wondering if there's a range on this warehouse, a larger warehouse that collects goods. Let's get that. So does that mean you can upgrade the existing, or I'm not sure actually. There we go. We'll get all the warehouses in with the clothing as well, and we need to set that one to red also. Ah, there it is. I hover over it. The house is here, so these guys need that clothing. And it's typical. Look at that range. You can't make this up, can you? I wonder if I connect this road in then. There we go. Sensible me. Finish your first mayor's home quest. So all it was a bit of a mishap for my thingy there. Let's get this family in, and then let's continue on. My friend will be jealous of this dress. 1,000 thanks, Mayor. Even those big city folk will be envious of my beautiful garms. You still look the same to me. Don't worry, it takes a while to develop an eye for a fashion. All right, good comeback. Cheeky. Oh, we get some money for completing the quest too. That's awesome. So we have a new request, but before that, I am just going to get 1 or 2 more houses in. I think I want to fill out this cul-de-sac area. I feel like I could do a nice park in the middle here. So I want 2 houses here, and partially tempted to try and get rid of that, but sand is even better for the park, actually. That makes a lot of sense, like that. Look at that. You can paint the ground up to... very nice. There we go. So we can indicate that being a park. I was going to do some kind of park around here, but actually I want some darker grass, and then we're just going to ram this full of lovely, lovely trees for now. Just got to be careful because they do cost a lot of money, but we want this to be a place that they all absolutely love. And a bit of density like that goes a long way. We'll make sure we get a couple more street lamps. Maybe 1 or 2 by these guys as well. Of course, a clothes shop randomly on its own if there is nothing to show for it, right? And then we'll get these guys in before accepting the next quest. So we have enough money for 1 more house, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. Again, need to be deciding where we're cutting off our point here. So I'm going to go 1 over here as well. And we'll go and accept the new one. You can set the area in which to complete the request. Click the set quest area button and put it on a location on the map. You can always move it again if you change your mind. Every tree in the neighborhood looks the same. They're all leafy. How about we plant a bunch of pine trees to spruce up our town? Too many spruces, you think? No, too many oaks. We need pines. I have some saplings and mulch lying around there. Could you plant 10 pine trees around here? So what do we want to do? We want them around here. So this cliff edge then, we're going to start putting some in. I mean, you want the pines, right? No one else wants them. Nice dense pine forest right here, I think, is a good idea. We need 1 more in this pinned area. Let's get it down here as well. I planted all those pines. Now we'll have to figure out what we want to do with this. I might end up then sticking a park behind those trees to make it not look so silly. What do we have here as well? Desire a house near a cliff. Okay, that is doable. Let's get a house near a cliff just for you over here, and let's continue on. Pine trees, aren't they just the loveliest? It's so much more foresty here now. Deciduously so. Another 100 as well. Perfect. So what we'll do is get you in the cliffy, because that will make you nice and happy. And then I'm going to need to focus up and decorate this, but for now we'll just let the money keep flowing. Get a second one in the clothing store, and I think everything else is okay. Right, let's take a look at the research. I want to finish off, make sure we're finishing off each as they go. Got shoemaker, optician, butchers, 2nd floor housing. I like the idea of this. Add a floor to a house, making room for additional family to live in the residence. Nice. Okay, so we've got 2nd floor housing. How do we go about upgrading then? There. Add an additional increase size, 250. Yeah, this is perfect. So we can start. I don't know whether I keep this as low standard. No, it's so much easier. I was thinking we were going to start running out of floor space, but actually I do want to get an upgrade in first. So let's go for our first upgrade, and they still look pretty nice, right? And we get 2 families in there, and let's see what else we can get here. So mostly nothing. We've almost got enough maybe for a butcher. Low range and average production capacity. Cool. And let's move this one in to our 2-story. So I think each one is going to affect our marketplace capacity here as well. So I'm not sure if we want... These guys aren't getting any food look because of these over here. So they are overrun. Okay, just add the workers in. Sorry, that was all I needed to do. All right, we got enough for a butcher as well then. So let's go ahead and get that one in. Cannot get you guys in just yet. Apparel shops nearby, so we'd need to go over this way. I think it's safe to say we can get 1 more house here then. They can go in that one because that keeps them happy. Share a neighborhood with many folks, so getting them in here as well. Doubling the house would be a good idea for you also, but for now you can just wait there. So we have the tier 2 warehouse, so I think we can just straight upgrade these when we need them, so that's good. Now, in terms of the food, we've got this butcher now as well. So we're going to need two. I'm probably going to have one over this way and then one directly here. So we'll have the row of shops, right? We've got our clothing shop. Having a butcher next to it is a good idea. And I almost forgot to name it. Lemonville, there it is. Welcome to Lemonville. I got enough for an upgrade on a house now, so we are going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get another one in here, and I'm going to move these... No, not you. I'm going to move you in to the dense neighborhood. And once again, we are going to be low on work hands, though, which I think is going to come from this section. So, upgrade building. We can upgrade for greater reach and capacity on these when we can unlock. So, where are the upgraded ones then? I'm going to guess down here, right? We've got park decorations and a shoemaker. We have enough money to probably get in one of these. Let's grab the shoemaker now. But first we want the butcher, right? So one butcher to start is going to go this way. And we can move these guys into this one to make them happy. This one's just normal, so you can go over there. And in terms of these guys that are going to keep saying they're unhappy over here, we'll fix that. For now, we're okay. And the butcher's in. Looks like they're asking for quite a few people. There we go. 3 in there. Warehouse still seems to be okay because we've got this one. So that'll serve us over this way. Then we'll need to get another butcher over here, which we do have enough for. And we'll get that opposite. Let's have a bit of a high street coming through here as well. And we'll probably, I'm thinking, some kind of larger park decoration through this one. And we have a new request in too. But I want to focus these up first. So with each of these, so basically how it works, we click on a house as an example, they all earn specific money based on the jobs, and they in turn will earn us even more money. So it's in our best interest to keep getting as much in as we can. Now there's this cool overlay feature at the top, which I'm just seeing. So we get the income and upkeep per building. So just realized each park decoration, or not the decoration, sorry, each business has a specific upkeep. So I do need to keep that in mind. These covered off, I think. We want to make it safe to walk at night, don't we? It's a start. That'll do. Then we're going to upgrade another house. Do we upgrade a random one? Yeah, let's go here. I can move you guys in for some extra coin. Again, every time I move them in, these guys are going to get upset until the businesses swap over. I think it resets and sorts itself out eventually anyway. Let's grab these park... Oh, tastier meats. Butcher provide 5% extra happiness to its customers. Go on then, we'll get that in. Why not? Keep that happiness nice and high. They're on 93% anyway, so we're all good. We weren't finished doing this where we transport costs, so how far away they are, and then workers. Here we go. I've just realized pressing H hides the HUD as well, so we can have a proper look. Best thing to do in these games, right? Really, really like the colors. The randomized colors of housing I really like as well, but I guess you could use that to change your districts and things like that. Let's see what this new request's all about then as well. I don't want to play hide and seek. Don't you like it anymore? These are the kids, aren't they? Of course I do, but there's no pretty flowers. I want to hide in bushes with flowers. What does that have to do with hide and seek? I just want to... Okay, flowery bush. We love the bush. So they want to be in this area. Let's make it right there. Is that enough? Plant flowery bushes, plant bushes. Kids costing me a fortune. And normal bushes. We'll get these kind of in and around the flowers as well. We'll have to decide. This is prime real estate for a nice bigger park, right? Or maybe, I don't know, marketplaces. Who knows? I've got enough money to keep upgrading. I need to remember to keep doing this as well. So if someone's pretty happy, let's get them in. I'll get this person that desires light, and then we'll go ahead and get more light. Because that's always good. I reckon. Doesn't quite reach over there. I'm just thinking whether we get something go around the back of here as well. But for now, that'll do. Hide and seek smells great now with all these flower bushes. I want to play. I still don't know what this has to do with hide and seek. Go and play, little ones. Thanks. You're welcome. Don't know how the kids are affording to pay me $100, but here we are. We'll take it. And I'll continue to put these guys all around here. Hopefully our marketplaces can keep up. Got a bit of a labor requirement over here, but I'm thinking about getting in the next butcher over here as well, which will keep the happiness once again even higher, right? Let's grab them park decorations with our points as well, because I mainly just want to have a look at what they are. So we've got hedgerow, we got a hopscotch. Picnic table, big hedge, and a small hedge arch. Yeah. How big's the hopscotch? That is a really simple one. I think we do go for some kind of park somewhere. Are we going to need marketplaces this side, or do we want to put one over here around the back? We start one off here because it'll be close enough to get them in. For now, we'll just place these guys in, and then we'll put the stuff around it. So we got the picnic benches, didn't we? So we'll go for a bit of a park here. Let me figure this out. So let's have a large archway here. Then a really small wooden fence. Oh, that doesn't match actually. Let's go for the hedge. There we go. Look at that. A little bit of a hedge park here. Let's paint this a different color as well. That's the beauty of it, right? Dry grass. No. Let's go for really green something. And then we can surround this with trees as well. I got a bit of an idea on what I want to do. So let's go for some pine trees. They are a bit big, mind. Let's not randomize these guys. Let's get some just dotted around so it does start to look a bit picnicky. I don't know. They are massive though. And then in here we can stick some more stuff eventually when we get the opportunity to, I think. Maybe the odd normal bench as well. I don't know. Let's have them so they can watch their kids playing. There we go. Yeah, there's room for stuff there now, right? I've only just noticed, look at them actually coming in, sitting on the benches and stuff now. We've got a bit more of a population. Just did a bit of shuffling. I've just found the move key, so it's much better. As me thinking where I place them is the be-all, end-all, right? Desire a house near water. Okay, so one of these is good. Any of these is good, really. Let's get you in there. And these two stories really starting to look pretty cool, aren't they? And we do have enough for the opticians also. Small workforce, average production capacity. Now, where do we put them first? We've got our two over here. I would like to get something else here. I'm going to change this now from red. And actually, before I forget, we're going to need to make sure we get the street lamps. Something I keep forgetting, and I'm not sure whether we get them in the park as well. You wouldn't typically, right? Let's get one over here. It is cheaper just to get these houses in, so let's make sure we are getting in a couple more so we can utilize how we place them. Would go there. I might put a shop in that bit. Maybe one more up there. It's pretty far away. They like to be in with the shops, right? So that could be quite far away. It's close enough to this marketplace, so we'll get that as a small town area. And then we got enough to move on. Is there a house near a cliff? Well, I got the one for you. There you go. And let's unlock the Fountain of Seasons. What is that? That's got to be a monument, right? Provide up to 50 decoration points to nearby buildings depending on distance. Okay, we're going to need to decide where we put this thing. Oh, this could be perfect. That's 500. No, that's a bit much. This is going to get built up though, so maybe we'll see. Well, now it's just a matter of time and making sure we have everything we need to continue progressing. So I've got a little bit of a plan. I took time away from the game to kind of think. I had the design in my head, and I'm going to bring a couple more shops this way and then see where we're at. And then maybe some around here. These are houses which I may move eventually. We'll see. So it's pretty straightforward. We can just move them. I might even do that now. Where do we want them? Here, let's pop one over here instead. And then what we'll do with these guys, they might not be the happiest, but that's okay. It'll fix itself momentarily. I do want to keep the shops around this kind of area. We've got plenty of people coming in. Let's make sure we've got apparel people nearby. I might wait for you guys then. And we got a double story there for all the trees. That's perfect. It's exactly where we want them. So just waiting for more money to roll in. I'm leaving it on 2x. I'm going to continue. I'm going to maybe go for one more upgrade here, but I also want potentially these ones to start going up over here as well. And we are now getting the optician. High range, small workforce, and average production capacity. So let's slow this down in the middle of the night. We're on day 7, by the way, and we will check out our next one. So we've got shoemaker and optician to get in. So we'll start maybe, yeah, I didn't put the shoemaker in. And we're doing the shops this way, by the way, as well. So this is going to be more of a double line. And then I'll decide where we want to put them. I'm not sure if... I think I can build around here, actually. I've just seen, which is absolutely mega, that we can kind of come this way. So maybe a bunch of shops here, and then we have a bit of a housing area this way as well. So let's start building the roads out, and then we can decorate and have a bit of a walk through here as well. That's perfect. So we can fill all that out. So what I'll do is put the shoemaker over here. Then the person we get in the house potentially is good over here when we put that first shoemaker in. which I think can go in now, and we'll start it from here because it will be able to reach pretty much all houses. And there it is, just coming in, the last little steps here. Those street lights. I think I'm just deciding what else we want to do streetwise, but we'll think and get it done. This is going to require a lot of workforce, as you can see. Right, we have no available houses, but we have the ability to do upgrades once again. So I think I might go, wait, do I want to do that one? I'm going to do this one because they like trees. Let's just chuck them in there. We're still okay for everything else. We've got 1, 2, 2. I've got to either sacrifice the workplaces, which I think I'll do. I'll go for the workplace before more houses, sorry, is what I want to do. So more money can come in. So each day is 2,352. So we need to just earn a good bit of cash. I just realized we are ready for an upgrade as well. I'm not going to do it just yet until I've got at least the optician in, because the optician, I think I can have off this little road. We have enough. It does reach as well, which is perfect. So yeah, I think for the houses, we don't go as far as these, and that means we're good. And then we can do something later on to join these up. And I've just seen that our roads, in fact, are in good standing to come this way. So let's go all the way around and in. Hey, beautiful. This, I think, is going to be some larger park area as well, for sure. I will do the upgrade momentarily, but I want to get the optician in. I don't know whether we're going to need a second one. But once again, we're going to have to go for housing upgrades to get these accommodated as well. So, and we do want to bring them in. Overall happiness is 96%, so we are good. They are asking for a little bit of work decoration, so we might want to consider just a little bit of a buffer around here as well. A couple of smaller trees to make sure they're randomized just in and around, so it really starts to look pretty. And then maybe some flower patches. I'm going to dot them around because we can move them anyway, right? That should increase the happiness even further. So, wonderful stuff. I'm going to go for 2 extra houses over here now. And I think this section is going to stick to just houses. That makes a lot of sense. Not sure about this warehouse either, if that's even a good idea. And let's go for our upgrade. We are officially a village, I believe. Go me! I'm having a ton of fun. There's some really cool ideas you can make with this. You could almost map out real towns and build them. Alright, city upgraded to stage 3. That unlocks leisure and research menu expanded to tier 3. Now let's slow it down. Let's check out the research because we are pretty full. We have a barber, a bistro, ball throw. Very low range, very low production. Does not require a warehouse. That could be fun. Does not require warehouse. Does not require street organ. Ooh, it's very cool. Extra warehouse workers is also very good. We're going to need that. Upgrade wide roads to reduce transport costs. I kind of want some of these. I'm going to go puppet theatre, and then I think I'm going to upgrade the roads afterwards. So I believe this is going to come under... Yeah, there we go. We have the entertainment. So I think we can use this area to kind of do that. Don't know what sort of range it's going to have, so we'll have to see. It did say low, didn't it? So we might have to consider another puppet theatre somewhere else. And we'll get this family in this house over here as well. So that covers this, and we got build and activate your first leisure building. So there isn't much range on this sucker at all. So actually, if we can get one in over here, that would be really good. Might go ahead and move this tree then. See if we can squeeze it in over there. We can. We are going to chuck in. Let's see if we can go that way. Puppet theatre in there. Not amazing, but that's fine. Desires a shared neighborhood with many people. That we can do, my friend. So let's get it in over here. You can go in there. And that's our shoemaker absolutely maxed, by the way, as well. And let's also get the puppet theatre covering... that's all houses, I think. There's a couple missing over this way, but that's fine. We'll deal with that later. Now, the other thing that I didn't do, I think you can attach these to the windows. You can. Look at this. You can put flower boxes directly on the windows. Absolutely adore that. That's an easy way of getting decorations done, isn't it? Really, really like that. These are only small, so hopefully we can get those upgraded a bit later on. We also make sure we've got our street lamps pushing a little bit further because we don't want it too dark, do we? Let's have one at the end of the cul-de-sac there. We've got one on that bit. I may even just go ahead and stick to here as well. And let's get a couple this way that we hadn't quite done yet. So we're bringing in some pretty tasty money now. I need to pick areas with good trees, so I'm going to with these guys that want the tree area, we're going to do that. I'm going to buffer this whole railway with a full forest, I think. Let's check in. We do have the bistro then. High range and above average production capacity. I might get that before the roads, if I'm honest. Although this would mean our puppet theatre is a bit closer, right? We only need 180 to get to small town as well, which is pretty nuts. So let's unlock the bistro then. And that will give us something to play with. So, bistro. Got to keep going on the restaurant bit. This isn't going to be the only one, though. If we need another one, I do want to do this section as well. Like I say, I'm going to come a little bit more here. But let's get this. I think it has fantastic range to hit everything if I go in here. Although it's 590, so we're going to have to save for that. And there we go. One bistro coming on in. Now, this person's asking for specific decorations from the plaza category. We could just chuck them in some street lamps and benches and they'd be pretty happy, to be honest. I want to get a house right here. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I'll stick these in there and then we can get some benches and stuff in. And then by the railway, it makes sense to have some benches along the path. There you go. You guys go in there. You'll be very happy, won't you? And then these want to be near shops. So over here will be good. We do have a new request as well. Not going to bother with that just yet. We're going to populate our lovely bistro. Now, we are going to have a problem with transporters, aren't we? Okay, can I now upgrade you or do I need another warehouse here? More efficient when placed near shops. So we want this large warehouse to be somewhere in between, don't we? So here makes a lot of sense, right? So we stick that one in. I think I'll also bring the road from this junction around the back of here. So we can get some houses along this bit as well. That should make everyone happy because that one can now distribute across the board. That'll mean this one no longer needs these guys. So this can just service the market. This one can service the shops. And we've got plenty of room to work with. So all shops around this are going to be happy days, aren't they? And let's not end it there. Let's make sure we're getting a few flowers and stuff dotted around. We'll wait for some better thingies. I do like a bit of a potted plant, though. Can't lie. Optician. Get you a couple of potted plants there as well. I love the creativity you can have in this game with design. It's awesome, man. Right, let's check out the request then, see what they are asking of us. Yesterday I sat on a bench and got a splinter. It hurt really bad. Perhaps our town is growing so much, some of the old wood benches are wearing down with use. It's even making our children cry. I'm not crying, you're crying. It'd be a good idea to replace 5 wooden benches with these new steel benches. Okay, so new steel bench. Replace wooden benches around town with metal benches. Well, I'll get rid of these ones then. We'll start with these and we'll get in some metal ones. Most of them have them in their houses, so don't think I had to replace, but let's get some in the park as well. These are quite nice, actually. Definitely better than the other ones. Now I've started, we'll get some around the edge. Typically the parks, at least in the UK, always have the benches around the edges, right? And the picnic ones, yes, definitely more central. So let's move these in a bit more. It gives us a bit of area to play. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of these two. Let's do as it says. Let's stick these to the edge. How are we looking? Yeah, I like it. Very nice. Let's have another look around as well. We got workers that are actually busy. That's because we've haven't used. Let's get the upgraded roads then. Draw over previously built roads to upgrade them. Upgrading roads is expensive but significantly reduces the transport costs of warehouses. Upgrade roads, got you. So you'd probably just draw this the biggest. Oh my god, that just rinsed all of my money. Like 800's worth, so maybe not that then. That was dirt expensive, so I'm not going to touch that. What it does mean is we'll have at least some travel. So if I get it around maybe this circle here, it means that the travel distance will be really good. I see you replaced the benches. Yes, I did. Nicely done. Putting up those steel benches. That will prevent other children from definitely not getting hurt to the point of crying. You probably never had a splinter in your leg. To be fair, splinters are horrible. I'll tell you a story. I never forget one when I was running barefoot as a kid on the beach, and they had like these, the bit going down to the sand barefoot. I was full sprinting without shoes and socks on, obviously, as you do on the beach, but it was along scaffolding planks that they put on the floor. And those scaffolding planks, yes, I got a massive splinter. I even remember to this day, I was quite young. I think I was screaming. So I feel you. I feel you, little kid. Just looking at this bit, guys, I'm somewhat tempted to draw this to the house I want a couple of houses to sit on this bit and then we can just decorate in the middle. It makes a lot of sense. I'm just going to place some smaller ones here. I think I can squeeze. I don't want to put one more. Let's have one at the end as well. And then we can decorate this little section. So let's see what we want to get. We'll start with obviously the lights, but there is a lot of decorations. I could even get a little well there. But firstly, we're going to go for the lights because they are nice. Yeah, let's get a central piece of a well here, and let's just pot some plants and stuff around here. Maybe a couple of flowers and trees. There is generic flowers you can use as well, but I'm going to focus on... I don't know, I quite like just greenery, if I'm honest. Maybe not too big a tree either because it looks silly, but we do want to dot some through here. It's a bit like a little mini woodland, right? Maybe one or two big ones. They do add to it, don't they? So they're not horrendous. Yeah, I like that. Bit of a well in the middle and some trees. That adds to these houses considerably. And actually, we've got someone who wants trees. Get your booty in there. These guys can go straight in here. That'll build the population up. And we've got research points next. So what do we go for? Do I wait for the ball throw or do I get the barber? Low range and average. But let's go barber. Let's get the barber in. So this thing does have low range, so it makes sense maybe to stick it this end. I don't know. What would you class this as? Yeah, let's move some of these around then. See if we can squeeze it on the end here. I might move this stuff actually as well, because that could also be shops. This makes a lot of sense. Move that right in. We can get one more in there. And then I might need to stick a barber over that side as well. Yeah, I will. So we'll get also a second barber this side. And actually, you know what? Can you remove a road here? What I'm going to do is... Sorry, guys, I know. Just want to bring it closer to there. I might be able to squeeze the barber yet again in this little section. I think I can. That makes a lot of sense to me. And does it reach? It reaches all the way down there as well. That's perfect for where we want to go to, right? Okay, let's get it in. I love how it's coming along. One more in there. And let's get clothing store populated. Are you guys happy? So everyone's getting haircuts now. I got no more workers. So we need to get some more people in. I'm going to have to upgrade some houses again. What have we got here? Don't need you in the butcher and I don't need you in the labor. All right, all demand for the haircuts are in. I'm going to spend some time probably upgrading all of these houses now. Look at this though. Let's take another look. You do this at intervals because it's always great to see how it's doing. The shop area coming in really nicely. And I think this might have to... Maybe the fountain goes here. Maybe I can move all this around. But the housing area looks really nice. This is still pretty bare, but it's going to look nice once we fill it out, right? Bit of a like... it's almost like a fairground. Let's check out what request we have going on as well. Work is done. Time for home. Worked so hard. Sure, be nice to hang with others after hours. Would be nice. No such place. May I create? What's happening? Why are you talking like that? Place to meet, like park, but not with work buildings around. Enough work. Okay. Haven't I done that? Yeah, place seating, place fence, place flowers in the quest area. Good. We have pretty much done it, which is good. So I can just chuck some flowers in then. I'll make them pretty happy. And then a couple more trees around the area. Why is that not randomizing? It's supposed to be randomizing. Okay, flowers done. So what we need... Have no shops or houses in the quest area. No shops or houses. Okay. We're going to build a new... We're going to start a new park area over here then to satisfy this. And I won't... Do I need to fence it? Place fences, yeah. I'll do the fencing afterwards then. So let's work on maybe a small bit of work here. Let's do like a plaza of some kind. There we go. We'll start with that. I actually am going to draw over that one. And we can fence this in. So seating within the area. So this will be a work in progress. Then we'll have to build it out as we go. A couple of flower beds there. And then we'll just dot some around the back just to meet the need of this for now. I will build this out eventually for sure. It wants even more though. So we're going to have to consider that. Some small potted plants. I think we'll have an entrance point here actually. So we'll get the big hedge arch coming into the plaza from here for sure. And then we'll probably fence it actually. Let's do that first so I know where I'm at. Go for tall wooden fence from the top here. I think I'll remove those flowers actually. Let's go for some more potted around here because I want to put the fence in, so I want it to match what we need. So I want to come around the back of these. We will just fill the plaza in for now and then I can edit it afterwards. There's a lot of fence, so it's costing us, but money's still ticking up really nicely, so I can't complain too much. There's the fence, so we can start some kind of plaza in here now. Just place a picnic bench, and it worked anyway. So it's highlighted for, they're just the ones asking for it, so picnic bench going in helped. Let's maybe set up some picnic tables over here. I don't want it to look too silly right now, so I'm just going to chuck in 3 or 4 there. I think it might be prime for the well be stupid. Yeah, the well's stupid. Let's just save it, and then we can decorate it more when we get the opportunity, because there's going to be loads of decorations anyway. Hello, I meet you. Hello, you and I talk. Talk about what? What weirdos work? $250 though. We're maxed out here, so we'll grab the ball throw. Let's get those bad boys in. So where are the entertainments? Ball throw. So we're 100% going to get one over here. I'll keep most of these guys pretty happy. I'm sure if we upgrade the roads, that's going to cover this area anyway. So I'm going to spend on upgrading. It does cost quite a bit. So let's see if... Oh yeah, it does. Look at that road difference, man, just by upgrading it. I've got no workers, so we need to make sure we're housing these, but I also need to upgrade some houses. You're going to be pretty happy there, so that's good. And we'll get the workers in. Now we'll go for typical further road upgrade. Also get more people in these. We're going to need to get a second bistro pretty early on. Yeah, let's go for the upgrade again. Careful not to spend too much dollar, but we'll bring it around here. And we'll do this last bit because that's going to bug me. I don't have enough gold yet. We'll wait for that to come in. And that does now reach pretty much every single house. Got a little bit up here we can fix, but that's absolutely fine. And I've just seen we can go into a town, but I think I will just keep building for now until we've got some of these in before we go any further. Right, we have more points. New research equipment. Increase the maximum research points capacity. Yep, let's grab that one in because then that just means we can tick it up to 1,000 there. I'm actually hoping for something to do with money where you can save money up, but I don't know. So I see small town is something we can go to. There's a whole bunch of stuff we can get in there. So then it's going to be large town, I imagine, then into the cities. I don't know. Very cool. Have we got any houses spare? We do. So you can get your booty in there. I think we're still covered. Looks like we need one more worker in the clothing store. As you can see, we're getting mighty close to our 200 inhabitants as well. And I'm just going around kind of just spending on upgrading. We're making this a pretty dense area. I was waiting to see what comes in before I put them in, but these guys seem pretty happy, so I can just keep chucking them around here anyway. And I really like what we've done here, actually. This is really cool. I might even squeeze one more house there. It makes a lot of sense if I can. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Let's get one more street lamp, and then we'll stuff in a few more trees just to buffer this zone. I have a lot of fun just sticking in greenery. It is my fave. Can't lie. A couple of different sizes as well. Look at that. Yes. So peaceful. Right, let's go for that town upgrade. Do we want to? Hold on. Let me just double check what we left with in this one. I know I was going to go for some of these, but I think we might be all right. Street organ, plaza, city hall. Yeah, let's go for the upgrade. I'll still get those unlocks in anyway. I think it's just important that we get this whilst we can. Just because I want a larger train station. I'm sure it'll bring more people in as well then. Or more opportunity to grow quicker. Look at that. It's going to start adding to the city as well to make it look bigger, which is always a good thing. There we go. We are stage 4. We have housewares, new need unlocked, and tier 4. You have unlocked new level Fontebrac. Fontebrac's fertile grounds offer the perfect environment to learn about farming. Crops are used to supply powerful crop-powered commerce buildings to satisfy the need of your residents and make them even happier. You can access Fontebrac whenever you wish to start your farming journey by opening the map overview. Okay, so we're in here. So Fontebrac, a gentle valley lake bordered by fertile grounds, paints the picture of a farmer's village. Okay, we're not going to do that yet then. But when we get to a point we need it, we will. And whilst we have a quick look, let's check out the small town stuff. Better boots, artisan class, clock gate, smithy. Cool. But I still haven't put in the Fountain of Seasons as well. We need to decide on that place, to be fair, because we have it, don't we? So there's one of 6 monuments. Let's choose a spot. This is as good as any, right? So for now, I know there's nothing really in range, so maybe that's stupid, actually. Ah, yes, the plaza. And then we'll get some upmarket houses this way. So I'll have to rearrange all this. We'll get that in for sure. Move some of this around. Make it smaller area, smaller seating area. And I might need to turn these as an entrance point for there, but that's fine. They can come in through here. Not sure I like it. Let's put a back-to-back bench here. That's what we're going with. That looks much nicer. So we've got an entrance point that comes into this fountain, and then we'll build around it. And we did get an achievement popping. I guess that's our first monument thing. Let's come back this way and let's double check what it is we can get. Carpenter, we're not on that yet. I want to grab the, I think I want the street organ, if I'm honest. There it is. The street organ then. Let's get this baby in. Let's also see if we've got anywhere we can house these suckers. So what have we got? Benches by the mountainside. It might not be the happiest, but we can sort that another time. Okie doke, let's check in on our new quest. I dreamed my friends and I were trapped in a maze and couldn't find our way out. It was so good. Could you pretty please, with sugar on top, create a really super good maze for us? One with tall hedges and lots of twists and a bench in the middle where we can meet. I bet everyone will love it, even grown-ups. Okay, we got a tall hedge. I've got a maze is going to be tricky. We need to decide where we want to put this sucker then. I think I bring it this way. How big it can be. I might still change that. I think it's pretty ugly. I can't lie. We go houses this way then. Maybe, where do we want to stick the maze? Maybe for here. Seating in the maze. Yeah, we could do that. I could trim this down. Let's trim that down. We'll move this a tiny bit this way and we'll go for the maze in this bit. Let's give this a go then. So, I mean, we can keep it pretty simple to start. I'll have an archway from here, maybe that starts the maze then. There we go. That's 142. We're going to put maze stuff inside anyway. Let's see if maybe a flower arch goes perfectly there, doesn't it? It does. Beautiful. We'll get flower arch at the start of the maze. And then I just need to build out how we're going to do this. Done. There we go. I've got a little dead end there. Looks a bit weird. I might put some big trees around this, actually. That makes a whole lot of sense. Having too much fun. Maybe we've got pines. I want some thin. Let's dot a few of these along the edge. Look at that. It's like a Harry Potter style thing when, you know, the maze thing. I don't know. There you go. There's your maze. Now we can all get super really lost in the maze. I can't wait to try it out. Maze is done. Let's go. Perfect. Nice bit of cash. I'm getting pretty full here though. So, I mean, let's see what we can upgrade house-wise before we move on. And then I can get a couple more people. Right, a couple over here we can upgrade. So let's get all those in and let's start checking people in. Houseware shops nearby we can't quite do. We've got good research points. So in the village, we've got the kiosk theatre, high range and low production capacity. Does not require a warehouse. Let's get the kiosk theatre in. No idea what this comes under, but we've also got the street organ that we didn't put in. So kiosk theatre. What is this thing? I feel like this could potentially go over here now that I think about it. Doesn't require a warehouse, right? And then we can, yeah, let's get kiosk theatre. It's like a bandstand, right? Right, we'll give it a go there, and then in the meantime, we'll also get these guys in. So we'll have one of you. Hopefully I can service most people from there. We've got plenty of population to cover it. Although range isn't that strong, so very low range ball thrower. Can I get another one in here? All right, I managed to do it. There we go. We'll get another ball thrower in there just to raise the roads a little bit so you can bulk them out. Let's hopefully get this in as well. I don't know. It's going to service most. That's the good news right now. Almost 100%. Get the shoemaker in and let's give the kiosk theatre a run for its money. Looks like we may need to put a theatre this way as well then to cover all those eventually, but that's fine. I might just move that now, actually. Maybe it wasn't best placed here. Maybe it's better placed over this way. Let's go there. Should give everyone what we need. And then these guys, you like trees, get in there. 228 on the pop as well. We've got another thing to sort, but I need to get the research still popping as well. There is too much to think about. So we can save. I think saving for the extra warehouse workers is going to be needed. This one is needed as well, though. So they want to live somewhere with the carpenter, which I think I'm okay to grab that in. And I think the carpenter's going to go here. And we're going to need to upgrade or get Don't know how close they want to be to that. A bit far away, isn't it? I think it's probably safe to get another house over this way. Do I go shops up by the lake, or do I get more houses this way? It's going to be a bit of a problem. I think houses, because the shops are going to fill in this area. We've got still got quite a good bit of build area to do that. Oh, build and activate your first housewares building. Are they going to be unhappy there again? Minus 10%. Are you serious? What happens if I move you over then? You're very needy. You're in range. Put it here. Minus 3. Okay, we can deal with that. We might have to get another carpenter this way then. There's a need for it over here, isn't there? Let's get that going as well then. Could have just put them in this house, right? We'll get it there. That's good. It really is coming into its own though. Mayor, our town is growing, but there aren't enough homes for all the new people. We don't want them to sleep outside, do we? Settle down. I'm sure the mayor will quickly build at least 10 new houses. Regular houses? Of course not. Our mayor will also upgrade the homes to fit even more folks. Wow, 20 houses is our next one. That's fine. We'll be doing that as we go along anyway. And what I need to do is decide where we're going to put said houses. Now, I think I can get a couple in here. What I'm going to do as well is move this here. That shouldn't affect too much. And then I should have a bit more room, hopefully, to get a few in. So that's 3. I mean, we're not in a massive rush, right? Let's just take it slow and steady. Let's keep unlocking. And I'll keep these upgraded when the cash comes in as well. Oh, we've got our first family that desires a house far away from neighbors. Okay, I do want to please them, but at the same time, where do we want to stick them? Now, this might be the time for us to go ahead and bring this in. So where do we want the high street to end? I think I'll keep this going round. I might just chuck someone up here for now then. Bit far away, but we'll see if they can still get their requirements, right? They might not be able to obviously reach all these, but we can stick them in over here. There'll be that 20% buff, but they're not going to have anything, are they? Let's see. We might have to consider like a marketplace around the back or something. To start a couple of houses at this top bit as well. I think that should, if I upgrade the roads, that should be well within the reach, because like I say, shops are going to be around here to start, and then I can get this cliff lot in there. That'll keep them nice and happy. Right, let's go into the research then. Let's check on in what we want to get. So extra warehouse workers, remove rocks. Ooh. Plaza decorations, flag banner, sunshade, and a bollard. Let's grab the city hall. Allows us to adjust the tax rates. Is that in here? Of course it's in here. City hall that allows you to adjust tax rates of your residents. Now, should we put that by the mayor's house? Or would you put that down here? I feel like city hall should have its own bit. So let's go up here. 1,000 for that, but at least we can adjust the tax rates. I don't want to affect happiness though. We have a lot of cash anyway, so let's continue to upgrade these smaller houses that we have brought in, because the more the merry, right? These guys are going to be happy to have a shared neighborhood, and you're going to be happy in there. And as we go along, I am just dotting in little flowers on the windows and putting a couple of trees around, so it will always continue to look quite nice. I still need to decorate around this little section as well. I don't know, maybe you can have a street lamp too. Get a couple of street lamps along there. We'll get one on the corner. They've got a long old trek. I think they're going to continually be pretty unhappy. I mean, they're not awful anyway, so it's fine, but we might need to eventually consider market area for these guys. I don't know whether we just got enough people, right? We can put in some basic marketplaces up this way. So I think a little hamlet area down this section's not a bad idea. I'll tell you what, let's bring this up. Let's make some smaller roads here. Bit of maybe a smaller D shape here. Let's just for now slap in a couple of stalls just to make these guys happy. Just a little market here, and then that should add in a good amount. We're going to need obviously a smaller warehouse. This one doesn't need to be a big one, so let's just chunk it in here, and we'll get one worker in each. Now I know they want to be a bit further away, so we can just space them out a bit. There's our demand line, so we're going to need 4 in there anyway, but that does then just give them everything they need. So their happiness will go up, but we're going to have to consider the walk down to the shops as well. Right, let's get the next lot of houses in. I don't want to go too far this way. I'm okay to have a block of houses here, I think. Although they're going to be too far again. Don't think I can fit any more over there. I don't really want to put any against the maze either. Over here is not a bad shout. We can blend a mixture of houses and shops, right? There's nothing too crazy. Alrighty, on to the next bit of work. Let's go for extra warehouse workers for now. I think that's going to be a big help. You can change the tax rates by do this. Open tax menu. Oh, look at this. So we can make them happy by just doing this. Now, there's something I want to do. I'm going to get them all to 100%, because why not? Just for a little bit. We would like a regular comfortable house. I don't have a regular comfortable house for you right now. Get one more here, and then let's upgrade that one. I think I can chunk you in there for now. Yeah, we're still making big money, so I can keep that nice and low. We'll tinker with that should we need any further, but for now there's a lot of cash, so let's slow it down and actually do some decorating now that we can. And there's plenty for us to do. I still want to keep these houses up here nestled behind the trees as well. I think that's really nice. I think I am going to put a smaller housing estate here then. So we'll need to decide where another market will be. And I think by the town hall is actually a really good place where we could potentially do something. So let's bring a path this way. And then let's go up and around. So I like the obscure shapes, right? So we're going to go for that, and then we'll bring this one into there. The walking paths. Then if we need to, as we build these houses out, we've got another market area here. And these guys are going to love it over here. And with that in, let's look at what's next. So we can come down into the small town stuff again. I think I'm going to wait and just grab these, though. Although, is that worth that? Unlock the artisan residence building and the ability to upgrade town folk. Ah, no, let's get that. Second class of residents in your city. Assign a family to an artisan house to turn them into artisan class residents. All artisan adults are available as artisan workers. As you grow your city, you will unlock commerce buildings that can only be operated by artisans. Okay, so artisans are more demanding than townsfolk. They require more luxury from commerce buildings to be happy. That makes sense. So, I mean, shall we try it? Upgrade a house to artisan. We've got enough workers, haven't we? So should we do it? I kind of want to see what it's like. So reach an average happiness of 100% in one of your cities. Oh, they have their own separate thing. Okay, look at that though. Oh, this is going to look mega. We are going to have to change this, aren't we? I do love it though. I kind of feel like this should be a symbol that we keep. We'll see, because they need all of these requirements and then some. So the good news is we've still got room. Right, where do we want our next houses? Oh, we can go straight into just a bigger house. Is that just straight into an artisan residence? It is. Right, let's continue this bit here then. So we're going to go for those guys there. Let's get one more in there as well. And you know what? Let's upgrade these guys as well. That's all of our quest done. So we'll just get these in. I will put decorations over here momentarily so you guys will be happy. Place 500 decorations achievement as well. Oh, check me out. Love it. Just dotting some flowers in, and I'll get some more smaller trees this side by the lake as well. I think we should go for a small path. I have unemployed residents in my town. Yes, I do. So we're going to connect this path over here, and we'll see what we can do with that. Maybe decorate it as like a little walkthrough. The city thanks you, Mayor, for solving the housing crisis. I thought we were heading for disaster there, and I told you to take it easy. Our town is in safe hands. Yes, it is. Right, 250 research points and 400 money. I don't think we needed that, I won't lie. Let's grab the plaza decorations as well, and let's take a look at these. So sunshade, signs, banners. Ah, sunshade, look at this. So we could get little sunshades for the benches. I actually want to get two like that. That'll look nice. And then I had a bit of a plan for over here, actually. Kind of wanted some benches to go in against the fountain. You could get really carried away with just putting some stuff in on this game, couldn't you? And hopefully we'll be able to build this out a little bit more. So the flag itself, we stick. Oh, it would have been cool if I could stick it on there. But actually, I like the idea of different randomized flags. Yeah, they're like country ones, aren't they? I may as well do it all the way around. There we go. This plaza's starting to come alive a little bit now, which is really nice. I'll get some more decorations a bit on the edge, but we'll slowly carry on doing it as well. I feel like I probably want some more houses to go this way. So we've got them relatively close to... Let's get two in here, and then we'll keep the shops kind of coming this way. Do with maybe one or two. What I'm going to do is place one house up there as well, should we need to isolate them. Keep them happy. And I think we'll get you in there. I know it's -4. I'm sure we'll get some better homes nearby as well. Let's stop a second, because this is slowly but surely expanding out into something quite large. And I know we don't have a requirement for the artisans just yet, so... Alright, so the last one in the village is to remove rocks. I don't think we're anywhere near that now, so let's take a look at what we can get. The smithy is the production capacity. Launderer, low range and high production capacity, so we're going to need one of those each side. Better boots. Increase luxury shoemakers, wooden furniture. Oh, that's nice. We get some really fancy benches. But mainly is going to be the buildings, right? And we need 30 artisans to upgrade to the next one. So I think, yeah, we continue with what will give artisans happiness. And actually might turn these into artisans. That makes a lot of sense. So let's get you, and you into artisans. Now, they're not going to be the happiest until we get thingies. Let's also upgrade the road whilst we wait, because we've got plenty of cash to burn. Let's go ahead and do that. Now this absolutely rinses money, so I'll try my best to get across as much as I can. And I think we pretty much filled our houses. Let's just double check what's up with this residence. Family traits. Home decoration. Where's your home? Ah, we can put artisans in the carpenter. They have better capacity too. They may well, you know. Right, so we need to unlock some stuff for these guys though. So entertainment-wise, I think we get a kiosk theatre over here as well. Let's get one by the town hall. Now help these guys out. And the little houses around here, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade them to artisans as well. So we'll go for these two. Puts us on 26. And then we'll get one. A few in these kiosks here should help the overall happiness of the artisans as well, which has clearly done. So it's really intuitive, this game, isn't it? What's this one? We would like a regular, comfortable house. I mean, I can do that. So I'm going to straight up put down another artisan residence right here. And one more here. I think so. We'll get some artisans moved into that one when we can as well. I think they automatically move in, to be fair. Is this number going up? Hold on. It does. Okay. Interesting. So they automatically give us population, do they? Put one more here and say, no, but they're happy. Okay. I mean, we just have to move them into it. And then they'll become artisans. Got you. Okay. And then you can go over here so you're happy too. Right, we're going to have to progress into the other one. We've got enough points here to start the smithy, though. So let's get that going before we do anything else. And we're ready for an upgrade. So, smithy, that is over here. 2,000. Whoa, okay. We're going to need one each side as well. So I think smithy will go nicely around here. And I also think we're well within our right to make sure we're getting some of these in as well. So let's get a fruit stall. Let's get a vegetable stall. Actually, I should just put them all in, right? Cheese and fish as well. Let's get cheese. Put them this side. Cheese, fish. And then maybe a large warehouse to cover the needs over here. So, large warehouse. Let's put you... let's put you here. This should cover as we expand this out as well. Right, these should be okay because we're going to get houses in on this bit as well. We've almost got our money to keep going, but let's get a couple more artisans. Wow, we've got loads, right? I've got a new request as well, but I'm just... making sure. What is this? This is a barber. Put your normal worker in there. Let's actually go out and check Fontebrac out, right? There we go. Arrive in second city. So Fontebrac is our farming town. Let's take a look at what we're working with. Good amount of space next to the water. So we'll keep this nice and simple. This is always going to be, well, farmer residence, right? Let's go for a basic road. We'll keep these. It's farmers, so let's get the dirt road in. Let's bring it this way. And we'll start just pumping farms everywhere. There is a nice road up there, actually. This is quite a big zone, isn't it? There we go. Right, first farmer residence. We're going to stick one here. We don't know what their requirements are. Don't know whether we send them over from our other city either, but I can see we have civic research points over here. The Granary Research Centre. Let's go ahead and get one of those in right by the train station as well. Let's put you into there. So you've added your first farmer residence. This family will take care of their land and can be employed elsewhere. Can't be employed. Farmers have settled in. Let's research the first crop. Okay, that's why. So you need to manage normal townsfolk as well. So what we'll do then is have a bit of a dense townsfolk area here that can slowly but surely research things for us. Wow, who'd have thought the game was so deep? Come on in then. You're going to be our first research folk. I'm guessing this comes out of our overall money as well. It does. So both zones earn us cash. So we're going to need to place market stalls, I assume, over here. So we'll keep it nice and basic, but we will get it all in for them. So we'll have a little farmer's market. I mean, let's just do this for now. So we're not cutting too far into it. It's going to be cute. Get one of you and one of you just to help the happiness. What we'll try and do is strip these farms to come up this way. And might get one more dirt road through this one here then. And then we can get a couple of houses on this. So we'll go for the research points first. And we'll have a quick look. So farms, we've got grapes and a winery. Very small workforce and above average production capacity. Time to plant your first crops. What would help if we had a warehouse, right? Get a small warehouse here. There we go, one user in. So we'll get the one person in there. And then building's not connected to a warehouse. So it doesn't like these roads. Is that because it's too thin, we reckon? It doesn't like these little dirt roads. Yeah, that's why. There we go. We'll just thicken them up then. Right, let's plant our first crops then. So we're going to paint... Oh, look at this. Let's go off the side here. I might keep these. I'll try and go as square as I can. Actually, you know what? No, let's go round. Just because I like the idea of it. And I will try and fence them in. I don't know how big we want to make the first lot really. Does it cost us money? Can we upgrade the farmer's residence? We can. Let's get these upgraded then. Keep them nice and dense over here as well. We're going to effectively get these to feed everything else. Building is not connected to a granary, so we need to also get a granary then. What I'll do is stick the granary over here so we can have another farm this way. There seems to be a limit, so we'll go with that. That's our first grape farm. We'll get the winery in after them. Now that build and activate your first farm. Have a fully utilized farm with only one crop type. I mean, it wasn't very big. So get the workers in there and we can start the farm. Good. Get all of these in here. We'll get another farm eventually. We're going to have to hop between the two consistently then. Time to use them to power commerce and generate farm points. Let's set up a winery for your resident. Okay, winery then. Let's stick you over here. I'm hoping we can send this wine back to the other settlement as well. And let's get one person in the winery. Build and activate a crop-powered building. So these guys are going to be loving life in here. Open the economy menu to locate your farming. Got to be a different kind of research, isn't there? Am I being daft here? Oh no, they are going up. It's just really slow. In that case, we'll chuck some more in because they take time. Unless it's just the farmers that are bringing that in. I don't know. These guys... Yeah, it seems to bring in both. So you get research plus farm points. That's fine. Right, let's continue making this nice for them then. So we've got the first two, haven't we? Let's get in a fish stall and a fruit stall. And try and keep them above a certain happiness so we can keep growing this. But the main town is obviously the one. I think you can make this look really nice at some point. But let's light up the streets as well. I forgot about that. Let's make this place desirable somewhat. And whilst those farm points are generating then, let's hop back to our main settlement. And there we go. Have an inhabitant with at most 10% happiness. There's someone that's not happy somewhere. Might be in the other one. I think it might be over here. Yeah, we're working on it. Sorry, guys. I'll sort you out momentarily. We have some research. I think it pauses over here whilst you're in the other one then. Or are we just a bit behind on that stuff? I don't know. We can, however, upgrade our town, though. So I'm just wondering... It was the blacksmith I need to save for, wasn't it? If I get the smithy in here, we do generate some production that will make them happy. And here it is. Let's go right here then to shush up the miseries that are about. Where do we want to put this family? Are we out of houses now? I think we are. There we go. We should be able to build the happiness up considerably over here now. There we go. Jumped up to 92. Perfect. We've got a house over here. I want to keep that, like I said, so we're going to have to get more in. Let's go for a couple more artisan residents then. We'll merge these in over here, and I'll probably move these in. You don't need to worry too much past that, do we? And let's upgrade from a small town, I think. Before we do that, let's just double check. Yeah, we'll get the launderer afterwards, but I think we're going to upgrade to the town. There's going to be a lot more we can get in there. But that's absolutely fine. We're doing well, I think. And a lot of these are decorations anyway. You're going to be classed as a large town now. Guys, I'm going to go as far as saying, so far, this is one of the most polished city builders to come out. I cannot deny that at all. I'm having a great time. Right, here we go. So stage 5, public service and the research menu has expanded. Beautiful. I'm actually going to grab this better boots because that's going to make some other people pretty happy. One connection of this needs to make them happy. What is that connection? Don't have that yet. Let's check out the research tree to see what it did unlock then as a town here. It's really easy to get to city as well. Newspaper. Oh, I love that. So we're going to need to get the chapel in. That's what they want. Oh, look at this. We can make a fairground. I'm not dealing with your requests yet either. Although we should listen to what they have to say, to be fair. Do you think our house could do with some fancy fences? Something to make it stand out. That will show them who has the best taste in town. Please surround our home with the prettiest fences available. Fancy fence and tall fancy fence. Can't really put it around your house without... Let's try it. Let's go for it. Fancy fence. He wants to be fenced in, so let's do it. Let's make this whole area hers. There we go. That works. I like how it kind of guides you to make changes as well, right? There we go. We'll sort you out. A little front door. I think I can go ahead and get rid of that little piece there now. And once it's done, actually, I can get rid of it if I wanted to. We'll keep the street lamp outside. But actually, it looks pretty nice. Fancy those fences. You came through and then some. Feel a little boxed in now, though. Oh, well, at least I have the prettiest house in the area. What do you think? Really livens up the neighborhood. I did think that, to be fair. So, thank you for the cash. Much appreciated. So these are normal people once again. Do we want to keep pushing the artisans? I think we need to. Let's get one more here and here. And then we'll chuck these guys in for that as well. We'll go check out the farm again in a minute. I think in order to just boost the happiness again over here, we're going to come in and just continue getting in the marketplaces that isn't in. Those guys are without a butcher, so maybe we get them another butcher. Is that right? I think that's okay. Yeah, let's do it. That should calm them down a little bit. I'm missing a market. I'm missing a poultry store here. There we go. I think we're fixing all happiness issues. Just need to get more in. Yep, really starting to bulk out. And do I want to get a little street going through there? I think I do. One into there as well, so we can put some stuff around there as a block. And actually, it will help us anyway. Just looking at where needs the bistro. It's really good that you can hang these over. Very small workforce. I don't know if I can put the winery, because can I transfer from the winery or the granary over here? Do you get what I mean? So if I put in this, I don't know, maybe the farm one will talk me through it. Alrighty, we've got enough points to get in our next one. So I'm going to go with corn and wheat, it looks like, with the bakery then as well. So we'll grab that. We did finish the first little mission over here, so I think we just need to keep building it up. We don't have houses and stuff over here yet either, so we're just working on all of that. But money is quite slow over here because it's like starting again. And they do pause, by the way. So if I just come to the world map now, you see we're on day 2. Over here stays where it was, right? So we can kind of see what's happening. I don't know whether we need a mayor's house over here as well, which I think we do. But we'll have to go with the smaller houses for now. And I'm going to keep them nice, tight-knit. And we're on a lot of wheat as well. So there's the bakery and the hay decorations. We are going to need that. So construct the mayor's home to receive requests as well. We'll get that going. For now, we're just trying to get more in. So I need 200 for the mayor's home as well. That should help. And the mayor's house is going to go right at the top bit there, out the way, the edge of that road. That's fine. The humble little farm town is coming along. We are going to stick to the dirt roads just because I like it. I think our next farmhouse will go here. So it doesn't need to be huge for the farms either, which is quite handy. What do we want? Surrounded by light. I don't even have a house for you yet. I need to get another one. Let's get you in there with that plus 1% surrounded by light. Some people just love it, don't they? I'll keep the dirt road going along the lake here. That is really ugly there, so I need to sort that out. And there we go, up to 857 now, so it should come in pretty quickly. I am going to have to obviously upgrade the labor requirements here. Next one is going to be another farmhouse though, although they're asking for more, so maybe we upgrade another singular. Let's upgrade you and chuck you in there. We'll need another light there though, because they are misery guts. And we got hay decorations, hay cart, hay roof. We'll take a look at them. They've got to be good, right? What does this do then? A hay roof. Ah, yeah, let's put these at the back. Counts as a decoration anyway. A little cart. Oh, I like that. Make it a proper farmer town. Look at this. Yeah. They're quite expensive. Stop spending. And then bakery is 200 farm points, and then 400 farm points for tier 2. So we're actually in our best interest to pump those numbers up there with these spare workers, aren't we? Now, I think we're going to have to get these guys something in. I think I'll start with just the clothing store. Where do we want to put it? We just need a basic thing. So let's bring the dirt road around here. Naturally, we can connect that smaller one in. It will count, won't it? So let's do that. I'll buffer it with a couple of trees this way, and then we'll connect this little guy in. I may as well connect that around there. There we go. So I can stick some marketplaces on that. Might knock that brush down a bit. It's a bit silly, actually. Yeah, we'll blend in like that. I can get a couple of businesses through there, I think. Let's go ahead and get the clothing store in. So you can go right on the edge there. We're going to have it pretty dense around here. I think that's a good idea. So still well within the range of this. Let's get the clothing store in to keep them happy. And I've got a little cliff base for you. And I'm going to upgrade this house because they want somewhere with farm decorations, so I can get some more in here to keep them happy. Scarecrow here. Little scarecrow by the markets. I love it. I just noticed the farm points go up anyway. So even with the research points, so I can take them out of there. It doesn't actually matter. So I think we'll just leave 5 chilling in there for now, but the rest can go elsewhere. And this guy wants more farm decorations as well. So where should we upgrade? Might have to do this one and then chuck in some little decorations and stuff for these guys. If we want the better roads, you can't upgrade as a dirt road. That's annoying. Our dirty farm road will have to make do. Damn it. I mean, maybe I can make do either way then. I was just thinking about getting a smaller dirt path going out this way. Connect this in. So that'll give this guy some stuff, right? Right, there's the bakery though. So maybe we'll look to get ourselves one of those in now. So 455 though. I should be able to squeeze it in either around the back, or if I can get it on this bit of land, I'll be very happy. I could if I had the remove tool. I'm just going to get in a veggie store. I'm going to get in all the stores that we don't have, so we've got a bit of everything. So this should increase a bit of happiness across here. I may need to double up on some of these as well though. So I'll go ahead and do that as well, just to keep them all in good standing. We've got plenty of spaces for them, and it'll cover the existing houses to keep everyone nice and happy. Because happiness and working means more and more money. Right, let's get another farmhouse in now then. We're going to go here, and this one's going to be for this family here. And we're going to paint something different. So we now have corn and wheat. We're going to go for corn, and I'm going to paint as best I can in this section. So we'll go as big as we can until it tells me it can't go any further. Oh wow, we can go around the lake. That would look super cool. Just tell me down there. There we go. Do I get rid of that? I think I do. It looks a bit silly. Let's go up to there. And I think you can have them do multiple crops anyway. And look at that. We're getting the money rolling in. Time for some more upgrades. Love that. I'm going to keep bringing the farms this way. We've got to make sure they're getting what they want from the marketplaces. We can keep it coming this way. Everyone else is pretty happy though. Somewhat. Let's see what else we can get in for them to keep them going. So we got the clothing store, didn't we? Let's get the shoemaker in. And luckily we're getting some pretty good money as well. And then the bakery. So this will bring in even more cash. Right, let's check on our first farm request now. Don't you just love that wonderful bread smell? Oh, this is good because we are getting into bread right now. If only Mum would bake us something every morning. Could you do something about this? Move Theo's family to live close to a bakery. Well, that is perfect because we're putting a bakery right there. That's my next job then. I am saving for the bakery. Just noticed this is a hill that goes up too. So actually we'll be within good... It would be a good idea to try and bring this up along the cliff edge too. So let's do that. Then we can place houses that way. And bakery, come on. Boom. One big bakery going in there on the hill. Oh wow, it's going to be pretty big. Got a little windmill on it, I guess. That's pretty, man. There we go, and he's happy too. So they require no crops are being sent to this building. I haven't even got wheat. So let's get another farmhouse in. Ah, this is perfect. So we'll get the farmhouse up here. Now that might be a bit far actually. So I'll wait for it to, but I'm going to move it in a bit. Or should I? Yeah, let's put it here. And then we'll get a resident in there. And you guys are going to be Wheat farm. We'll leave enough room for the path to continue. We'll need to get a new granary down here anyway. Oh, that's pretty big, isn't it? There we go. There's the wheat farm that's maxed out. So hopefully we can get some in, but we'll need to get that granary going. I think this one can reach anyway. It does for now, so we'll just stick with that. Every time I go outside, it's like I'm stepping into a loaf of freshly baked bread. I love it. I can actually agree with that. I absolutely love the smell of fresh bread, and bread is one of my favorite things in the world, even though I can eat way too much of it. Just so tasty, man. Do I need to... the warehouse and the granary, how does it work then? Because the granary's connected to that. How's the winery getting its stuff? Is it this one? Yeah, let's go into the winery just fine. So why have I still got this? No crops being sent to this building. We have every single crop. Oh, enable it. Sorry, you've got to click to enable it. Have I done... oh no, that one was automatic. So this is now sending across to there. Perfect. Right, we're out of houses to upgrade. I think we've done all of our farms at the moment, so it's time to continue on. I'm going to leave a slot or two there. And we're going to get... I'm going to dirt road this bit, and we are going to continue like that. I'm hoping I can get some shops in there. So we haven't got a butcher yet. We'll go ahead and do that, I think. Oh, that doesn't work. Right, now I can squeeze the butcher in. Perfect. And then we'll get in more houses. So I think we're going to put 2 more here. They're getting pretty far across, though, but I reckon we can nestle one in there as well. Leave them in those trees. Food shops nearby. This is a bit of a problem. Let's see. Yeah, they're not happy. So I'm actually going to reject that one. And let's get this butcher maxed out. We don't have enough space now, so we're going to need to maybe 1 or 2 out of there. We're going to need to service this one to at least get the butcher across to some, and then we'll get the other one in the winery. We'll work on these ones afterwards. 121 population in the farm already, though. I do want to try. So what I'm going to do is... these guys are going to complain about some kind of clothing. I think I'll get 1 more shoemaker over this way, just to satisfy a need a little bit. But what I'm thinking is we get, well, firstly, more artisans for sure. So we'll make this block it, and then I'm going to decorate around here, because otherwise they're going to be pretty far away. But I want to put something in to sort this out. So I think we get artisans in there. We can max out this one. We need you next to food building. So we'll stick you in there, and we'll get in an extra thingy. So I'm going to try the bakery. Requires corn and wheat. I just don't know if they'll send it over. So let's try it. Let's try it. If I stick this in and it works, that's great. Right. So I've gone through and, well, just working on happiness a little bit. We've got some issues here. We can decorate their houses to make them a little bit better. But I put people in here and it says we can't do anything with it yet. So I'm going to go ahead and demolish the bakery, get the cash back for it, because there is nothing we can do. Now, good thing is we do have a few of these. So we're going to get the launderer in up next. So I'm spending a bit more time in Lemonville for a bit. Just want to push all of this zone. I want to fill out this bit basically and start coming in here. These are going to, I need to build some gardens around these guys as well. But just been kind of going through. So up next we have this launderer, and oh, it's big. It's a big boy. We're going to go in here because it's going to work for all of these houses. You'll see that we did quite a bit of decorating. So I've been putting in some trees and stuff. And I've been playing around. I'm just trying to decide what I can do with this. But did you know that you can basically plant these, look, on the pond, and they turn into literally like little lily pads? How cool is that? See, each thing changes in the water. There's some that don't go in there. I'm hoping that we get some more decorations soon, but I like that. That's cool. Let's also go ahead and get a couple more artisans in. So we're going to go 3 more artisan buildings and 1 more normal. So we've got room for shops still. Make sure we've got enough townsfolk to get in the launderer to fill out all the needs across the board here. And we're going to chuck these as artisans. These are going to go in as normal. So yeah, let's get you artisan as well so you can decorate over there. So 380 on the pop. Everyone is very, very happy. So I'm feeling good. I'm going to continue the draw. Oh, that's our end point there. So we're going to have to decide where we want to go here. I could make these connect back round, I think. Yeah, I can. Let's go ahead and do that. Being pretty steady with my draw. And we do have this point as something as well. So that's good. So let's have a look from afar. As you can see coming in, I mean, a good third of the buildable area already. I have no goal for how big I want to make it, just to make it look really nice. I'm having a great time. Checking on the new request though anyway. Could I bother you with a small task? I made this poster for a theatre production that's playing in the capital. It's not technically official. I just love to play so much. I want everyone to see it. Do you think you mind plastering a bunch of posters on the side of buildings? Theatre poster. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it adds... It's like graffiti though, you know? So I don't want to put too many. Although, it looks kind of cool. Adds a little bit something to the side, doesn't it? So maybe only the ones that are pointing out. Like the artisan lady with her own fence there. Beautiful. That looks like a fun evening out. If I can afford the round trip and tickets, yes, my sister will love it as a birthday gift. What a wonderful poster. Look, people are flocking to the posters already. They won't travel. It's everything I dream of. We'll take the cash though. And let's get some more desires. What's that? House far away from neighbors. Oh, I just got just the place for you. And a house with decorated walls and windows. That I can do. So what I'll do is just... I've been putting flowers on where I can on all the windows across the place as well. So I think this is prime for someone to have posters on the side of their house. That's actually quite cool. Now, there's the 20%. Lovely. That'll keep those guys nice and happy. We're almost there for our level up too. So what's left on the agenda here? So down the smithy is the clockmaker and the metal decorations. Then it's all just decoration stuff. Sorry, I've unlocked the town as well, haven't I? What am I on about? I've got loads. But we're almost at the city stuff. We need to save up for more of these. New money vault. Increase the maximum money capacity. I think we need that. Have I just seen that you can increase the artisan house size? I'm an idiot. This is... Or am I being daft? Actually, maybe that's upgrading them to artisans. I'm not sure. No, that says artisan residence. That's good. I can get these just hammered in then. That's really dense though, isn't it? We may as well upgrade them all so they're ready. And we got... Wow, that just made this place look humongous. Right, 500 points though. And they were asking for the chapel. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And we need to find the perfect place for this thing. I honestly feel like this would serve well down here, and it has a mass range too. Yeah, let's go up here on this path, I think. Chapel going in. What we can do is upgrade the roads anyway, and we'll be able to reach it just fine. The chapel. There we go. Build and activate your first public service building. Go me. Right, I'm going to squeeze a small path in around here. So we're going to try and connect this up. There we go. We get some of the services across for that. So we're going to have to obviously upgrade it as well. There we go. And all of these get happy because they can now reach through that little runway path there. So I think I need to fill in this section as well. I'm getting too carried away, but it needs to be done. Still want to wait for the better decorations though. Righty, let's go into some more research. Honestly, they're coming in thick and fast. These guys got desirability to go over here, I think. But the plaza ones, I'm still sticking over here. These guys are pretty good for plaza decorations. You like to share, so we'll keep getting you in. But you see, we're on 432 now. And we started to go up here. Now, I couldn't quite fit houses on here, so I'm going to pack out the back of this with trees. So I'm going with a bit of a mixture as I go through with different kinds around the back. Because that is our back point anyway. So I don't see an issue with that. Like that. So there's a bit of a buffer along the cliff edge. I think it looks really nice. And let's go in. We've got a lot of money, so it would make sense to grab this vault, but at the same time I kind of want to get this clockmaker in, so I'm going to do it. And let's take a look. It's got to be under here, right? One big clockmaker. And it fits perfectly in here, so I'm going to go for it right in there, and we'll continue to house these guys. And we'll fill that out. So clockmaker coming in now. You'll see our wage money is coming in really big. Ooh, clock decorations. I kind of want to save the 600 for this money vault. I think that's going to be important so we don't get too left behind. And honestly, I'm going to have to slow it down soon because it's getting a bit out of hand. The amount of people coming in. We are enough to take us to a city finally as well. I think it's probably about time we did something else over this way. So just wondering if another barber would make sense out this way. It's not a very big building is what I was thinking, so I might be able to squeeze it on there. I can 100% squeeze it here if I do a bit of rejig here. There we go. Get a little barber in there and make sure the workplace is a happy place as well. And we'll get in the workers we need. I got people waiting. I don't necessarily need to take them in yet, but I do want to at the same time. I'm just looking over here just to make sure that we have everything from a standpoint of, well, kind of covering these guys. Right? I've got one house, one or two houses that are missing the butchery. I love that you can just hover over and you get it. I think another bistro this way would be good. And I'm thinking about getting some other houses over here too. So start to really build this out. I'm not the happiest with this. I think I can make this look nice with a bit of gravel and stuff. But for now, it really doesn't look that great. I can fill in this remaining bit to make it look a bit nicer. All right, into the research. We'll grab the new money vault for now and just let the money tick up. We got a lot anyway now. Now, I've noticed this little spot around here. So now that I'm able to remove the rocks, there is some good stuff we'll be able to do. Now, I'm not the happiest about putting anything here. Maybe something business-wise is what I'm thinking. Could stick in another little market over here. Maybe one of each, right? That's quite nice. Because there is a need for it, so let's just get it in. We now have the access to clock decorations. I'm just wondering whether we want to go. I want to save a nice big spot for these, if I'm honest. So it's going to take some doing. Third floor housing sounds like an incredible idea. So I think I want to get that because it needs to be pretty dense. Although, what do we get in here? Street signs and sidewalk signs. Hanging clock sounds like a great idea, but right now I want to save for third floor housing. I can also upgrade my mayor's home apparently, but we do have another thing. Oh, my love. Darling, dearest darling, our love forbidden twixt the ocean and the stars. We do have a romantic picnic site in town, right? I'll bring the cucumber sandwiches and lemonade. I will provide it, don't you worry. Place a sunshade, place a hedge arch. There is actually a sunshade. To be fair, I'm going to stick a sunshade above all of these. That's cute. And then we need a hedge arch. Have I got one of those? Big hedge arch. Let's get rid of this. Let's stick this thing in. There we go. Boom. And there's our little romantic picnic area. I'm swooning with how romantic this picnic is. My forever soulmate. Loveliest of creatures. Let's get married right away. Hark the din of wedding bells. Oh my god, that was quick. 1,000 yeses. Picnic table cloth. Yeah. I love the picnic table cloth, man. Can you just straight upgrade these? So we're going to get rid of these then and replace them with their counterparts here. Look at that. So much nicer. They'll go really nice by our little monument section as well. I really like that. Right, we're actually out of houses too, and I need to work on the upgrade. So I think I'll wait for that because then I can upgrade and get the desirability for these in as well. Start getting little fences around here, and then I can give them, start to do some smaller gardens, I think. You can literally put, so any building, even the businesses, you can hang it in front. So where they have like something out there, you can put flowers on everything. So you could spend hours just detailing in this game. You do it on there. You can hang the flowers on the side of even a thingy if you wanted to. That lamppost is in a terrible position though, so let's move that. Yeah, I like that we've got these fenced here. So we'll do like the random few plots with the fences in, I think. That for a little garden. That's really nice. I think a little parasol in there would go lovely as well. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Third floor housing. So what we're going to do to make these guys happier is make this bit really dense, and same with these guys. So that's one way to spend the coin. Let's actually continue this whole section into a mega downtown kind of area. You can go by the water to make you happy, and then we'll start getting people in here. So there's the density buff. That should make them happy. They want more decoration, I think. Flowers is what they want. Right, I think I'm going to place second church now. It's probably a good idea because we've got a bit of an issue with the distance. So I think we get one over this way for now. And that should then give all these guys their need here, which will increase. We've got a little bit of unhappiness just on that one. Everyone else was okay. So now is all of our workers. So we got a new request. I also, I've just clicked. I was going to see what it is to upgrade as well. You know, I got married recently to my absolutely lovely wife. Certainly, how could I forget? We loved the whole romantic picnic thing so much. We got hitched right after. Don't get me wrong, I love her. But I've noticed she's more expressive Loving stars set in a blazing firmament. How can I possibly match that? Try something. It's the thought that matters. How about I create a sea of beautiful flowers around our house? There you go. You got your houses. Now, before we deal with you, let's get these guys in. Now, just looking, these artisan residents can be upgraded again. So they are huge. Would you look at these, eh? This still does seem somewhat out of place, but at the same time, it doesn't. I really like it. Alright, done your flowers anyway. My darling, take a look, gander at this undulating sea of blossoms. Such beautiful flowers. I just want to match you. Did I overdo it? Don't have to mirror me. Need you to be you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, what did I get? Picnic basket. Nice. So doing the little missions does unlock quite a bit, which is always nice. And what did we get? Reach a population of 500 in a single city. Not bad at all. We've got a few unlocks we can do now. Metal decorations, stone decorations. Do we just save and straight get the clock gate though? I think we do. I've got a bit of a plan. I think the clock gate is going to go somewhere around here. I may even have it come into this bit. I'm not sure yet. Should we have another look though as we've increased it? So the tier 3 stuff, look at it at night time. That is, come on guys, this is probably the most beautiful game. Oh, the dawn's coming in. I can upgrade, I know. I'm still waiting. I have enough for this clock gate. And I don't know how much this thing is, but this is our second monument. Oh, it's not that expensive. This is our second monument, right? The clock gate is going to go by the town hall here. I think that's super cool. Although, this is like uptown, right? If we... I think here. So we start the major bit where the artisans come in, right? And then I'm going to fence this off with a hedge of some kind. I am going to have to move that though. Okay, we've got plenty of room now. So we want it to be on the road here. And then what I'm going to do, because it's even like it's got a little ladder there. We're going to have, we need a hedge fence, I think. Tall hedge that just meets up in here. There we go. You come on through into the arch. Let's get a couple of flowers and trees covering this area. Although we could, a couple of lights around it. Yeah, that's good. And then we want to block it off with some kind of bush as well. So we'll go for the slightly larger ones and we'll place them around in front. There we go. What do we think of our clock entrance there? That looks so good with the clock building behind it. Yes, happy with that. And I think it's time we upgraded. I think we have officially become a city. Woo, go team. Yep, there it is. City upgraded, stage 6. Research menu expanded. So we'll have a look now at what's come up in the city. I'm actually looking for larger audiences. That's upgrades for that. I was looking for something that allows us to store more of these, but right, I think I'm just looking. There's a lot of houses that have some serious need over here. So I think it's about time we got in some more businesses. So we're okay. I think Smithy, it's time we got one over here. So we'll really start building this out. So a bit of an industrial area, but that's okay, I think. I need to decorate around here a little bit more. And I also need to go ahead and lamppost this area up. There we go. It's amazing what a few trees does, isn't it? And then we'll have a little, I think I have decided on a bit of a path this way, actually. Go to brush size 6, and we'll bring this one around. Do I want to go all the way around? We'll go along the edge, I think. I think we need a second clock maker. It's a bit annoying because I wanted it all to go this way, but actually I can get slightly different. That's the artisan area. We'll make sure this one's a bit more of a different area, right? We can make this really nice into some kind of archway. And there we go, we're back on top. I've got another mission, but I've got lots of research points first, and I do think I want very low range, so we'll have to get a few of those. Above average production, no. I don't think I want these yet. Let's go for a newspaper stand, because all of these are going to give extra stuff, aren't they? So I think, where does that one fall under? That actually does fall under public service, which makes a lot of sense. So we'll get a little newspaper stand there. I could squeeze one in, actually. A little newspaper stand right here. These go in really well on these areas, actually. So we'll do that. It's too expensive now. I think I've got enough for another one. Let's take a look here. So I've upped the amount of market stalls here now. This place is looking really quite lively in there as well. I still don't want to fence it in. All right, I got these new sign decorations. I'm just going to stick them out by the newspaper stands as well. It kind of makes sense to me. And place 1,000 decorations. I've just seen that you can grab these banners and you can stick them on the houses too. Look at that. That's super cool as well. The detail is nuts. So just hovering over, I've got some serious things to do with marketplaces. I've started putting in market stores, just expanding this to kind of encompass into one larger one. I'm going to probably move this one though, and I'm going to segment this off as a separate section. So I just need to make sure we have them all moved where we think they should go. And actually I want these guys over here as a proper market. So slowly but surely it will improve it, right? Have an income of 10,000 per day. I don't think I have. Nearly 9.6. Oh no, our other town has a good income as well, doesn't it? Right, we've unlocked the metal decorations now. So a whole bunch of stuff. This is super cool. Look at all these new double and triple street lights that we now have. Now this is what we're talking about here. Can I hang these? I can hang the lights on the businesses. Look at that. I think our clock arch is deserving of some kind of lights on the side. So we'll go ahead and do that. I just unlocked some new decorations, lots of wooden ones. So these are going to go really nice around people's houses. I've got a little bit of unhappiness due to density as well. And to be fair, I have rammed them all in. So we've got to make sure their needs are better. So this is what we need to look at. So if we fix these connections, we'll be fine. So entertainment, no problem. These guys need a kiosk theatre. We're soon going to be able to upgrade this in all fairness, but I could get one. Wondering if it's worth us getting just a few games on this little section. Is that weird? I don't think that's weird. I'm going to do it. Get a few on there. That should service their needs. Good news is these often only take one or two, and we can fix most needs with that. Yeah, perfect. So that gets them back out of the neg once we get that one in anyway. And then we can get a kiosk, another one. These are also going to get upgraded, but I think it's time we go ahead and demolish out the wooden fence and stuff, and we can then get new market buildings in here. So we're going to go food-wise. There's a mass need for extras of these, so I'm just going to go ahead and get 2 or 3 of these in. Now we get that one step further and try and get this larger kiosk theatre one. I think this would be really sensible. That would give a massive happiness boost. So I've got to be careful. I'm pushing it way too hard. Alrighty, let's do it. Larger audiences. That was a big cost, but that does mean they'll service more people. So I'll free up some of my my friends again, which is good. Good. We got rid of all the unhappiness now, and we're back into where we need to be. Right, 653 on the population. Let's chuck these guys in. It's pretty light there. I can always make this better by making sure these people that have desires are being met to the full capacity. So, like I say, these ones, they like the street lamps. I feel like a church up here might alleviate that one being able to come down here then. Just seems a bit much to have another one here, but actually, it is pretty big. We're going pretty dense. We're going to have to kit out all the businesses over here. It's actually crazy how many have just decided they really need to sort themselves out, but that's okay. That's okay. It just pains me to see that, that's all. For the most part, though, we are really good. There's just a small patch here, which I think is about to be fixed. Right, let's do this. Executive decision. I'm going to bulk this out here. And it's time for some more businesses, I think. Let's get that thickened to the church. We'll take that into a thinner one here. So let's tidy it up. I can't help myself. That is ugly. There we go. And over here then we are going to go for, I think, another clock maker, because there's a big need for them. And if we're going to keep going this dense, I think it's important. Clothing store's looking good. I think, yeah, mainly that one. And then we'll get in a few. I'm hoping for some more upgrades this side. We may have to settle for what we have and just reorganize. Right, 1,000 points then. Let's go launderer. Let's go for extra clothesline. I think that's probably a really good idea. So less buildings. I've just put in this newsstand over here, so hopefully that will get these guys a bit happier. So before I take on anyone else in, we're going to try and move the jobs around and fix it. We still have good research points, actually. I've got one more left in the small town, then one in the town here. Just see if there's another one. Extra warehouse efficiency is probably good, because then I'll free up some workers, actually. All right, extra warehouse efficiency coming in. There we go. So we should be able to free up workers across the board until we stick more in. That's what I was thinking anyway. I thought that was a sensible move to give us a few workers back. So I should be able to then fix this minor inconvenience of the people here. I'm just thinking, I probably move this clothing store to a better location here. I'm trying to fit. So let's go for a couple of house moves. So you guys are very unhappy with density. There you go, look. Much happier. And then we can get that clothing store moved. Okay, we'll stick that in there, see what happens. Might be some unhappiness as we move it around, but I can get more people in there anyway. I'm just squeezing in a butcher in here as well, and I will sort this out. So fully fixing it, so you realize actually trying to do little zones isn't really going to work too much. What I do have is the ability to get things like new research equipment, so we can let that kind of just tick up. Let's hide everything. Let's take another quick look around. It is really dense, but actually a good shuffle around. Things are looking great. Really, really great. Start over here and move in. Really, really nice. I love up here. Still got a bit of work to do around this edge here, but I think I'm saving some room, not business-wise, but some more. Maybe a house or two here, and then we'll move it around as well. Right, optician's a huge one where there's a problem as well, so I'm going to stick one in over here. That's the perfect area. This should cover all these out, so I'm going to fill this out. We've got plenty of workers in again. So we've been putting in a couple more houses. This side seems a little bit easier to work with now that I've fixed this side. So just going to stick in what we need in here. Now, got to be wary of the sheer amount. Yeah, look at this. The optician does not cover big ground at all. Now, thinking this, I could make use of this butcher's. I think the density becomes a problem, right? So there is another butcher required down here as well, but it's just for these houses are okay, so I think I'll leave that as is. I think we'll grab the stone decoration so I can have a look at them as well. All right, so I have been tinkering for about 2 hours real time fixing things up, and you'll see the city here, so pretty much on 100% across the board now, so we can move ahead and be ready. I've done a lot of decorating, moving things around, because I learned something crazy that I think is worth telling you if you're going to play the game as well. Each house, if I click them, has a population density that they dislike. So what I've done is that a lot of them are on about minus 40% because of it. These guys still on 32. They were on like 40. So I've moved 2 houses out of here. And I can start putting in public service buildings that help. And as you can see, our artisans are at 100% and our townsfolk are at 99. And we also removed some artisans from this bit. And I've put in this pottery, which we unlocked. And I've also put in 2 schools. So we got 1 school over here and another one over here covering this. And we built out this bit. This is what I wanted to show you. These are all just town folk, but we have made a bit more of a spacious area. So you'll see the population density, we've always got a buff on these. So they don't need as many services and they're still happy. Look, they're at 100% without any services really. So we can use these as a workforce for the rest of them if we want to go dense over here, right? And that's what we pretty much did. These are all triple houses and all full. So we've got 2,000 research points now. So I'm bringing you back in so we can start to progress a little bit further. So we can start to decide where we're going to put a merry-go-round and the Ferris wheel. Now this, I think, is going to go up the top here. I think that'll be really nice. But I also want to unlock these classes here. So increase the luxury of pottery is 1. We'll get that in, and because that's just going to give a buff anyway. And we started to get these in. We've got, we're going to grab the merry-go-round and then the Ferris wheel up next. So we'll hit play so we can continue to get some. We've got 500. So let's start by moving out a few of these and then working our way in. I just wanted to note as well, we started putting like hedges around and fences. Look at this bit up here. So loving this. I've put them all with different iron fences, different fountains that we've unlocked. They've all got different bits there. We've created this little walkway coming around and this little park area. These don't service that well, so just be wary. And I've started moving some over here. So this is kind of where we made the space. I was decorating that bit out as well. So let's get, well, firstly we'll place the actual Ferris wheel. So that's going to be under entertainment, no doubt. The merry-go-round in here. We don't want it too close. I'll probably move all these trees out. Keep the houses nice though, and then we'll bring in our road. That's not quite there, is it? There we go. And this thing, we're going to need workers anyway, so we're going to need more houses. And then we're going to start with some basic houses over here, and I'm not going to give them too much space to work with. And I will keep this large buffer behind the houses with loads of trees, like a giant forest hiding away from the train station. And we'll start to get these in, and we can get in our first Ferris wheel. This has a huge range as well. Wow. So we should be able to get our townsfolk up. And we also have a request, so we'll grab this in whilst we wait as well. I recently discovered there exists more lovers of prose in this town. It's not just me, so I'm thinking of starting a book club. Wouldn't it be wonderful to read in silence, not intrusive? But let's expand our little ideal to seat them. Okay, so we've got to do... I mean, here's good. Plant a lot of seating areas. Oh, this works. Actually, I'm going to move the pin and we'll put it behind here. Then seating area, not a problem. So we've got these new tables as well. I think we'll go with some of these with chairs. This will be like a bit of a fancy little seating area. I love how the tasks guide you to like decorate better. It's really nice. We'll have little tables of 2 just dotted around. Just behind as well. But there it is. Little reading area that they wanted. And all of these will increase the houses anyway. So it's a gorgeous location for our club now. Thank you. Benches for bibliophiles. Warm welcome. I'm taking suggestions. Book knock. Oh, that's new. That is our last one under this. So we've got this book knock. Let's put this in. Oh, yeah. That's like a place you can put books, right? There we go. We'll have that at the entrance. And this will just give nice decoration points to these houses either way to offset the population density, right? These guys are happy anyway because they've got literally every service going known to man. And we'll continue to get the Ferris wheel in. I'm just checking out. The range is so good. That'll come all the way down into here. And you're going to continue going in here. So look how much that one Ferris wheel services. So yeah, a little farm area, Ferris wheel area over here will also service all these. And I'm going to go ahead and get all of these upgraded, ready to fit many people in. And we'll do these all separate gardens as well. We also have now our Ferris wheel. So that's everything under the town apart from funfair fences, which is 500. That is done. It is the Ferris wheel. So this I 100% want to have opposite. And there it is. Oh, I've got to figure out how I'm going to do the fences now. I'm going to pretend this one's the owner of it. And I have spent a lot of time putting flowers on each window too. This one's going to have a similar range. Just basically make these guys super happy over here so we won't need to worry about them. I'm pretty sure they're 100% anyway, as you can see. I'm also, yeah, like I said, going to get the pottery in this way. So I need to figure out where this business will go. I think it's got a long range anyway, so I don't think it's a problem. I don't want to go too far that way though. There we go. We'll get pottery in just there. That should service a whole bunch of these. Not that they need it, but we'll get them in anyway. And this guy will be better served again in one of these dense population houses. So we're going to move these family over here. And we're going to give the population one over there as well. There is Ferris wheel done. It does reach all the way around there as well. And more people. As you can see, we've just got pretty lucky and we are flying with people. All right, let's grab the funfair fences as well. I do plan on unlocking every single thing. So these are the last one. Flag fence or a light fence? Let's go for a light fence. That sounds way nicer. And then we're going to hook this back into here. Hopefully that'll light up. And then we'll need 2 archways for this one as well. It's quite nice. Always nice, right? We'll have slightly different ones going in. Bit of a fun fair. I think what we could also do, these guys are lacking in the old entertainment department anyway. So we'll go ahead and get a couple of ball throws and things in here as well. Nothing too crazy, just enough to make it not look so silly. Trees and some flowers. And there we go. Lovely happiness through here now. And we'll start chucking in these guys into the pottery. Like I say, there's a huge range on this, so I should be able to cover pretty much all this central. Now I've got this little section in here. I think that is calls for another business when we unlock it as well. So let's just have a look. What do we need? So I'm thinking maybe a post office, very high production capacity and large workforce. So it might go well in there. Looks like a pretty big building though, so I don't know if it'll fit. Oh yeah, I unlocked this water ballet as well. 100 decoration points to buildings nearby. This is huge. I don't know if we create some kind of backwards park bit here or we service up here. This will reach down to these bottom ones if I do it over this way though. And there's no houses to the left, so I think so. I think in here, and then we're going to decorate it. We'll just put it there for now then. Gives all of these guys something to sing about, right? I can also upgrade my mayor's home, so let's do that. Let's see what the second tier looks like. I have been grinding probably 12 hours now, just getting it all picture perfect for how I like it. So complete 5 more requests to upgrade home. There's 4 tiers, so we've got to work through some of these then as well. I finished the statue you commissioned. It took me 11 months of carving. You didn't get my message last year, the one where I cancelled it? No. Oh my god, no. There's no chance. Yikes, that's unfortunate. I can take it. Provides up to 10... Oh, wow. 10 decoration points. Oh, I like it too. There's a green one and a normal one. Oh, we can really start to give these deck points for a lot of these then, can't we? Let's get it. Let's get one in here. I actually want one on this corner here as well. That should help. And then fairground, because why not? And the 10 decoration points is pretty hefty. So let's have another look so you can kind of see the absolute scale now. All roads are upgraded. That is a picture and a half right there, isn't it? And 1,200 points. So where do we want to go? We can just go straight into the next class, but I actually want to... Yeah, let's do it actually, because we can give them some of these. So this class of people, assuming they have their own house, they do. Look at all of these. We've got these residents, right? Where do we commit them to? Because they're going to need serious looking after, aren't they? Do we bring them up the top? I think we do. I think we bring them over here. And I'm going to start them just from this edge piece here. So they get the buff from this. Just realized I need to do the statue. Place seating around the statue. There we go. So statue done. I can place some lights and some benches around it. You're welcome, Maud. I hope you like it. It's a work of art. Truly beautiful. I've placed a few, actually. I liked them that much. So we're just going to slow it down then. This now means what? So they need 26 luxury. I'm going to get my first one in then. And they are going to be super unhappy. So we're going to need to make sure we can do something for them. So these guys are going to need different things anyway. So I don't know where I'm going to put them. I need like a little bit of a market area around here. Do the same as always. And we can just give them the basic resources. Now I feel like basic puppet theaters and stuff around here would actually work pretty well. Now I need to redo this. That is disgusting. I wonder if they can work in the restaurants, you know? Like another fairground over here would actually make a lot of sense. They give pretty good buffs, don't they? So we'll get in first the things that give the most, and a bistro is one of them. So let's get a bistro here, because this is going to be the area for it. So let's start this way. Now I am going to have to get in more smaller houses, and we can work on them later anyway, their needs, but we just need to get them in for now. Then I should be able to service the bistro. So yeah, we can't get anything in other than these. That should have went to you first. I'm going to upgrade this straight away. I'm actually going to get a second amount of them in. Now I know they can't work, so we need to be careful as well, but this should be fine. So if we get one more in here, then we get one more in there. And that is a plus 6%, so we've got 2%. Good. Then next business, I mean, butcher would work, but I think we go for, yeah, shoemaker, barber, and optician. Optician, I think shoemaker makes a lot of sense because there's room for improvement here. And what I'll do is just bring a road out here as well. So we'll just start carving them up into this section. And we'll get in these guys. There we go. Got one of each. So we've got 9 of 26 luxury. Once we've got the 26, we'll be happy days. So we'll go with pottery next. And I'll get this one on here. I know we don't have that many workers to cover. I'm just trying to service these guys, remember. Might be beneficial to get a warehouse over here, actually. Just a small warehouse. Let's do that. And then I can move them out of this one, right? So we'll get these in. That services everyone in this immediate area. So we're at 11 of 26. And we'll get in 2 for this. And then I should be able to reduce them out of here. Our clockmaker would be another easy one. That's easy money, right? Although smithy is also required. So let's get you in. And I would say a church, but actually no. Down there makes sense for a school, but I don't think we need it. Kiosk theatre in here as well, so that's enough. Yeah, butcher. Let's also upgrade these roads, actually. It looks ugly. And then up next, we'll make it nice and easy. It's more than luxury points, right? None of these provide luxury, so we need to just go with the ones that do. So, got all the foods that we can do. Clothing store can be done. So I'll chuck one of them there. Oh, we've also got a next request as well. Have a look. What I need is a retreat. A forest cabin with no other houses near it. Okay, move Samuel's family to a solitary location. Okay, you can come all the way over here. You're not going to have anything, though. So where is he? Doesn't get more solitary than that, my friend. Also, though, we can give him a good happiness boost without anything by just giving him these. So we can give him a nice big fountain. He's got a well out in the trees. And then some lights. There you go, that's his land. He's even got his own little fence around it, covered by trees. I think I'll chuck in some more, though. That does look ridiculous. There we go. There he is. He's over there. Right, he's happy with the hermit's retreat. Some research points. Wow, we've got loads once again. I'm going to get the... Does not require a warehouse. So I'm going to grab the library and then... Oh, apothecary. The library is something I can get over here that will kind of make these guys happy, isn't it? So let's hope that gives some good... I feel like the library could go off the back of this water feature, actually. We've also got enough for other stuff. So high range, small workforce, and average production with the Luthier. We'll grab that one in as well. And the Luthier can go in also. I think I'll just get it along here. I'm actually pretty low on cash right now. Unfortunately, that requires artisans only. So we're going to need to free up whatever artisans we can. We managed 2 there. If I just get those... Oh, go to these guys, man. There we go. We got all them covered. And look at that. How did I just get your happiness all the way up? As soon as they've got their luxury, they are good to go. So we can just chill with these. It does mean we're going to have to fill out these as we go along. Oh, you have reached the maximum amount of residents. You can disable the cap in the game settings, but we're aware that this might negatively impact... Oh my god, I didn't realize. Okay, does that mean we have... more than we can do? I don't know. Let me come into this research menu because I know we need 25 of those before we can do anything else anyway. So I'll just upgrade 2 of these to get to our 25 then. That'll bring them in for the city here. But we're going to need to make sure all of our services are covering it off. We have 31, so we can now upgrade our city as well. But, I mean, do I want to do that yet? Yeah, let's do it. I mean, it's pretty mega, right? We need to go over and sort the farm out as well. And there it is, stage 7. So research menu expanded. I think we've only got one more grandiose city, so 60 of them. So we're almost max of everything. I can't believe, so we could turn that off, but 1,000 is the population cap. And to be fair, I do see a little bit of stuttering. I'm on a 50-70 as well, so I've got to be careful. But I would like to get more workers in. I'm just not sure if we can put them in. I would love to move some. To be fair, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to demolish these 2. And I'm actually going to go ahead and upgrade some more of these. So we'll lose our workers, but we'll gain our thingies. This area is going to be where we want to go, right? That does mean it drops the workers out of here, but we can make do. So it's 49. So we only need to go to... How many more do we want to do? Get you. I'll upgrade. And you. So this is like where it becomes pretty rich, right? So we're going to want some kind of archway in this bit. 1,048 points as well. Mayor's statue. Yeah, there it is. Vault size. Let's go for... Grab the perfumer. Okay, perfumer then. We'll get in here. Oh, it's really small. Nice. And that looks like a really nice building, actually. So just bear in mind with me putting those in, we have kind of caused an issue. I think I am going to turn the population cap off. There we go. We put 1,000, so it should get some more in because I've got to be careful with some unhappiness over here. So let's just double check. I reckon I can counter all this with decorations over here anyway. Let's see if that fixed it. So we've got plus 16 decoration points. They're okay. I've put in like a little park area and some trees. It just looks a bit better by smashing that anyway. We're looking good. Single floor house. I can do that. Got one over there. I'll get these extra workers in just to service all of these extra buildings that we're going to be putting in. Oh, requirements. We can't do anything with this until we're growing these anyway, so we probably need to go back to the farm soon. I think carpenter would be okay then, wouldn't it? We're going to keep the marketplaces in here anyway. I really want to be able to squeeze them all inside this bit. I think what I'm going to do is stick it here. I mean, I'm okay with that happiness, right? We are good to upgrade to the final city size. Then it's all about research points and what we're getting in. But I'm going to spend some time over in the farming city momentarily. And there it is. That is coming in really nice. It's starting to look great. Max city stage achieved. Lovely. So what that does then mean is some serious big boys, right? Giant money vault, spread the news, doubles the range and workers of news. That's great. Grandiose. Oh, okay. All of these we want. So basically, we need to get every monument in, otherwise it doesn't count, right? I don't want to put these workers in yet, if I'm honest. So we unlocked that Luthier as well, didn't we? So I think we should get that in. I'll put it down here so it 100% hits these first. It's quite far away from everything else, so we should be okay. Right, we got another ask from the mayor as well. The flora of this region are simply fascinating. How terribly rude of me. Okay, I'm gonna want some native plants. I'm gonna do it because we can stick them around here, I think. So I want them around this house. That's nice and easy. Flowers of any type. So this one says I need to do something. It says plant one of every type of bush, but I can't do that until I've completed more quests, I don't think. I don't see it. I'm just maxing out everything here. I can still put the fence around though. So place fences around the botanical garden. I think we'll go for some kind of brick actually. I'm thinking we start it from here. Yeah, the only one, plant every bush type. I've done you. So my, don't know, I'll just click each one just in case. No, tried all those. That's a small plant. We've done that. Does it ask for those? Don't think we can do it. That's okay. Let's carry on bringing people in to service the buildings either way. Might be under one of these, to be fair. So I don't think we have the decorations though. Let's grab the social club. Yeah, this one's well snooty. We'll give it a go anyway. Our social club also requires things from the farm, so we can't do anything with that. So let's take a jump back over there then. We've got loads going on in Fontainebleau. Alrighty, so we left these off pretty dense, right? These guys, there are some in there. The farmers seem to like population density, don't know why. Or they're happy with it not being so built up so far, because nothing too crazy, right? Have we got any spare houses? So we are low on cash. We just need to make sure we're increasing these sizes here. Everyone should be pretty happy. And we'll come on into the research tree. So tier 2 requires 400, so we've got to let that tick up. And we've got a new request for over here, so let's take a look. Winemaker from abroad, and here's good land for farming. Yep. Request accepted. Item received. Did I already do it? I guess he's asking for this. Plant and harvest a lot of grapes. Okay, we'll be doing that. Place a big shed at the farm. Place a water pump at the farm. I don't have any of these things, so I guess they unlock on the next one. Right, there's the 400, so let's upgrade the farm. New research items available. There it is. We've got roses, cotton, beeswax, utility, global stockpile. That's how we send it back. Got you. We're almost, what is this? Super close already. There isn't too many tiers in the farm either, so it won't take too long. So we're going to go ahead and get another farmer residence now this side. So this will be over by the granary as well. I have no idea. We'll have to just unlock, hopefully, the big farms somewhat. And we'll hold fire until we've got enough points just to unlock the next one. So we've got roses, cotton, and beeswax. Let's grab roses. And we'll bring this as far as we can bring it anyway. These look really cool, the roses. And there we go. So we'll get the extra hands in here, and then we'll move someone in. All right, next points, we'll grab cotton and beeswax. Shouldn't take long to fly through these, to be honest. I'm going to keep them going here until we don't have enough in the granary. This will be cotton. And we're pretty much going to make sure all farms are maxed as well. It makes a lot of sense. There we go. And we'll move you in because you're... oh, no, that's close enough to the lake, no? We'll get them in for now anyway. They might not be the happiest, but we'll decorate around. Oh, they want clothes, don't they, as well? Shoemaker. Reach over. And butcher. Not quite. Right, we're going to get another granary up here because I stupidly... got the 2 extra. Let's grab that in, and then we'll get in our dirt road through here as well. Okay, utility decorations are what we need for this. Big shed and a water pump then. So 1 big shed. Oh, where am I going to put you? Oh, I can stick you over here because that does count, and a water pump should be nice and small. So this just needs to harvest some more. So I'm thinking they don't like how this is. It can only do 134. Can't do more than 137. Wonder if there's an unlock. There's me thinking about it. Extra granary workers, global stockpile. That's good. I'm going to grab that global stockpile so I can start transferring back. Does mean we can upgrade our farm city as well. There we go. I have no desire for the farm to look that great. Just okay. We're aiming to send it all back to the city. There we go. That's stage 3 for the farm. Now let's just see what it did unlock. A lot. So how do we do it? Allows you to access crops from any city. So by bumping in loads of farms, we should be okay. Right, let's grab that extra granary workers as well because they're needed for us to service this. And we've got enough pop. I've just smashed through to upgrade the village to a town. Beautiful. We're keeping this one really dense. Just hammering through the research table. And there it is, stage 4. So we've got the housewares and all that sort of stuff. This is pretty crazy. I think it just means we're allowed to use this. Honestly, going to save. I was just looking. There's a pub down here. There's a doghouse. Farm surface increase is what we need for this, right? So I think I was going to save, but it doesn't matter too much. I just want to see hat colors and a hatter. Feel like we should do that. And honestly, the hatter will help back at home as well. This thing should be able to squeeze in really nicely over here. What do we need? Beeswax. So I haven't actually produced that yet. Oh, there's the artisans over here as well. Do we even want... I guess artisans in a farmer's place would look really nice. I'm going to put the next one over here because we want it next to this granary here. And this is going to be beeswax. Wow, that looks really pretty. There's going to be a lot of honey coming from there. Let's tidy this up a bit. There we go. And we'll get you in. There we go. Everything's in there. So we should be able to start producing our hats for everyone now, which will give a big buff for all of these. I'm actually going to go back to the main town now. There we go. So the social club now should be able to be used. So we'll try that out. It does say everything's in there. This generates farm points for everything that we have hidden. So we'll start making them over here. Not that it matters. Right. I managed to finish the botanical garden one by placing just some of these, actually. I was doing the flowery bush. I didn't see it. So we're all covered on that one. So we unlocked these big reeds and small reeds. These are something we can go ahead and chuck in. Gonna dot a few around the pond, right? Makes a lot of sense. Along with a few of the lilies. Look at that. That looks much nicer. And I also want to come back and do the same over here. So spending quite a bit of time just decorating. All right, 1,420 then. So we've got a post office. Should be nice and easy to get in. Jeweler, apothecary. I actually want to get this though. Fine art, auctioneer. Oh, cathedral actually. Got to be the cathedral. Got to be the cathedral. Oh yes. Oh yes. Look at this up on the hill. That is the place. I can't actually afford it. We're not going to be able to afford it until we upgrade our bank actually. So we need vault size before we can do anything else. I think we can now get this winery in as well, can't we? We've got enough grapes coming in. So let's chuck this over this way. I'll get the cathedral over here next to the winery and then we won't go any further, right? Because, you know, wine and all that. Right, we've got everything we need, so we just need some town folk in here. So, is there anyone we can swap for? There is, right. 1, 2. That should give us what we need. Yep, there we go. These guys nice and happy. 100%. Look at that. Super, super happy. Right, I need to decorate all of this area, though. So, we're going to be away for a while just earning the research points. Now, here we are. I've decorated, made this nice little parkway with a brick wall. You'll see the cathedral just over there. This looks awesome now. Really, really happy with all of this. This looks so good with the library and the water feature. Then we've got the cathedral. So done a little garden around it. A few lights. Added a few benches, some trees. All really good. Now, unfortunately, you can't use it without yet another instrument, which is the sage. So I'm going to have to grind that out as well. But I've been adding in more houses up this end. And mostly putting in the correct people for it. Now, this one is a high desirability for those. But we've got enough workers for when we get the stuff in. And as you can see, happiness is fantastic. Not placing these workers in until they're needed. I reckon I could maybe make the winery do a bit more. But other than that, we'll save them. I've just kitted out this pond area with all these trees around here. Now this looks really nice. I'm happy with that. Don't want to touch this. Bit like almost like a natural park, right? This is hidden behind the trees with the lake behind it. I like that a lot. Right, I'm just saving up for 2,000. We got a lot for these, although library cards would be good. Serves 50% more people. Can do that, but actually, what is this? Oh, perfumer no longer requires transport. That's actually really good. So that means I'm probably going to free up a couple of slots. Right, we have unlocked the post office. Now, I don't need to give these guys any more, so I'm going to start basics of a post office and stuff over this way. It's quite laggy when I zoom out, as you can see. I've been continually going around 1.1k. We are 100 or so over the population recommendations. Although this building looks like it would be really nice in the town. Doesn't quite fit in here. That does fit. Okay, let's get it in there. I'm hoping this can go with just town folk, but we'll see. So in theory, this should be able to go quite far. I mean, it's a post office, right? That'll do that. Should give a buff to the townsfolk as well. And we got our next request before we can upgrade the mayor's house, which is really nice as well. Let's see what they're after. Oh, okay. Just got to place a post box. Okay, and that's because we placed the post box, didn't we? There it is. We'll get post box here. Oh, this is cool. We can start dotting these around. I got to be really careful with the lag, though. I can't lie. And there he is. Happy bunny. And I've just placed some all through the town as well, which is really good. Don't need the cash, but we can upgrade our mayor's home now to tier 3. Look at that beauty. Vertical as hell. Love it. And 10 more requests. So we've only got 10 more until we've completed the game technically then. Okay, so we've got candle maker, jeweler, apothecary. I want to get the candle maker because I see the candle decorations down here as well, which I think is going to be really handy. This is obviously going to come from the beeswax or whatever it is from the other side. Again, I don't need to service these guys. They're at 100%. So we're going to bring this into the dense areas. I do kind of want something over here. We can make use, hopefully, of a bit of this land. Tiny bit of industry. We've got to be careful of a warehouse, though. We do want to keep it close enough to them. I think I can still utilize up here. So let's do that. There we go. We've got, yep, as expected. Although it requires artisans. Maybe we chuck in a couple more artisan residents here. Right, this one's lacking a little bit of luxury. So I think I can get that one done. There we go. Beautiful. And then we get the candles in. There's a high demand on these. But we're going to get some in anyway. Next request in. These should start rolling in, to be honest, as I'm unlocking stuff. Let's do the post office. Click on the post office. Is that it? Okay, thank you. No, I haven't read it. There might be more to it. No, that was it. Okay, quest 21 is done. Right, last 3 under the city tree. We've got apothecary, the jeweler, and candle decorations. Now, I think I'm going to wait, though. I'm thinking one of these in over this way, or university. I'm going to put the high priority or high profile buildings like these over here. I kind of want to get this grandiose tower though, but I imagine we're going to need the giant money vault before we can do that. This requires famous actors, requires theaters. That's not necessary anyway. Small workforce in the jewelers though as well. I think I'll unlock it. Screw it. And there we go. This is the last building inside of this tree. I reckon that there might be a space for this, if I'm honest. Though these guys over here are the ones I potentially should add the jeweler in for. As weird as this sounds, I do have the warehouse here that can cover for this. It's not the most efficient, but that's okay, I think. And there we go. We'll make a few of these happy based on the jeweler, which will give these guys some luxury. Right, 1,300 to work with then. I kind of want to save for the theatre. I'm thinking fine art, very high range, high production capacity, does not require a warehouse. So I'm going to go fine art auctioneer. Hopefully, that's our last one in here. This looks like it's going to be some really nice building, right? So let's go here. We're starting to go towards the mayor's house, which is actually what I wanted to do. And you'll see that I built this like path park bit here, and I've slowly been decorating, just putting in nice little seating areas for the artisans over this way. A couple of nice little tables and stuff as well, just getting people prepped and ready. So this one then is artisans. We'll get them in. Oh, and we are continuing to chuck people over here. So we want ones with... Basically, we're rejecting anyone that doesn't have a bonus to happiness should we put people in, right? So this one is an example. We're going to bin off. And then just the neutral ones we're also going to bin off because we can't get the 20% buff from them. This is what I mean by only accepting the correct ones. So this one desires multiple floors. It's really easy plus 20% to get. So even without the services right, they're basically going to come in and just hit 100% straight away. It's really easy. I just want to show you this little walkway that I've done. So I'm starting to add this. I've got little benches, bushes and trees all the way through, and I'm not going to touch this. This is like a long walk. I don't think we're ever going to see anyone go there, but that's really cool. And an artisan desirability as well. This is fantastic. We're getting there, by the way. I'm just still waiting for the resources, carrying on decorating every little bit that I can. I'm going to save definitely for the theatre. So we could obviously get these out of the way. Maybe the apothecary. I've got a feeling that I'm going to need to transport from the farm for that one, but I probably should get it actually. But let's get that one out of the way. That's the second from last over here. Requires medicinal herbs and hops. So I actually can't use it yet anyway. What I'll do is stick that over here though. We won't stick anyone in there. It's just unlocked ready. Right, here it is. The final stretch for the theatre. Give it here. There is so much, man. Boom. I'm excited for this one. This has been a sloggeroony, but you can see we're building up a nice amount. So let's do it. This is over here, and honestly the range on this is insane. It covers the whole settlement anyway. Just thinking we continue along here to the mayor's house. It has to be done. Boom. There's one person isolated out here. That's hilarious, but they got this. Oh, everything's building around me. Here we go. Admire the theatre right there. I don't think that likes the size of the road that it's on. There we go. And as expected, this is artisans provides a big luxury bonus though. As if the theatre requires warehouse. We'll stick some in there. Getting some nice happiness boost over here. It's keeping my artisans good. And there it is, the theatre and theatre gardens, just as it lights up. I've gone for some of the smaller tables around it. I'm not doing trees inside, and then just some basic flowers. I really like that. A couple of potted plants. Little statue out front. That's really nice. I want to keep this... It's more of like a boardwalk, right? I'm probably going to clear these out as well. So I should be able to squeeze something the other side over here, and then we can decide what we're doing with this. I think I'm going to continue on with the paths, though. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And then we can have one coming in here. So I should be able to fit one or two businesses there. Maybe then squeeze something decorative in here. I've been thinking about this loads, man. The amount of hours I've been playing. I might do 2 of these. And then we can put some benches around it. Yeah, something like that. Just something basic. Maybe a path through the middle would make sense here. And then we'll move that bush. Yeah, simple but nice. I can add a couple of things on if I need to. But I want to keep this walkway nice and simple. It's like almost like royal gardens, right? We are ready for the restaurant, and this is going opposite the theatre as well. Although, saying that, do I still want to do that? This is the last one. I was tempted to kind of stick it over here. You'll see that I've got these artisans. I might stick on this edge, actually, just to make sure these guys are happy, and then I can reduce down. Just take one out of the bistro, and I'm going to make these guys happy by putting them in the restaurant. Should have everything we need for that. That is perfect. No, the restaurant needs crazy amounts of stuff. So we don't have any of that, so it's just for decorative purposes right now. We don't need to worry. Let's stick you back in the bistro then. And we got there. It is time for the university. Now, I've got an idea for the mayor's statue. I've cleared a space out for it, but before we do that, I want to get this in. Mayor's statue, hopefully I can fit up here, right? This is going to be the perfect little spot for it. In the meantime, we're going to try and get this university in. So that is our last building in... Oh, it's huge. Ooh, okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I might want to reshape this. This would be really good here. And there it is. Fits in perfectly. I'll reshape this road to go around it because we can't be having that. And we'll stick some in there. This goes really nice along this bit. You get the artisans in to at least cover it. It's got really good range as well from what I can see. So we should be able to hit all of these. I'm aiming to hit that one more house there. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, fan of that. That looks great. Next to the mayor's house, once the mayor's house is upgraded. But this section is nuts, man. Love it up here. And just want to say to this point, if I just get the road tour, you'll see this is the edge. So we are at the absolute maximum of our build anyway. So we have all but hit the top, apart from this way. We've got oh no, we did. So we're literally at the limit anyway. Now we're just coming into enough points for the mayor's statue here and the grandiose. Now I think I grabbed the grandiose first. I think this should go on the hill. So I have a feeling though it's going to cost too much. So I'm going to be a bit annoyed. Oh no, it's not too bad. Yeah, this has to go up here. Then the mayor's statue go elsewhere, right? And we'll get a good buff on all these houses that are slightly more neglected. That's perfect. We got our grandiose up there, so we just need 2 more. We're going to get the mayor one. I'm not sure what this is. I have a feeling it's from the farm, so we'll have to get to that. But this is going to be mega now. Look at that. What a city we've built here so far. Oh, they go up it. Look, it's like a viewing thing. There's a lift going up so that you can't even get up to it, guys. There's a little ramp there, so I might put a little path in just to make it look realistic. That takes you to it. And we'll shuffle these bits out of the way. A little pilgrim tower. There we go. So you walk up the path. That's how you get up to the tower. Let's get that upgraded as well. And there it is. It's like a little viewing platform, isn't it? That's so cool, man. We've got no more houses. I have no desire to take anyone else in now. 1,201 we managed to do. It holds its own. There's spikes of lag for sure. I just need these last 2 monuments to finish it off. Well, boy, have I got a treat for you. I have been smashing it out, unlocking the researches and all that sort of stuff. Look at all this area. This is the edge, but I've been decorating. I put lights. You can float lights on the pond. So at night time, they all light up beautifully. Let me show you. I've got the mayor's statue over here, obviously. This bit isolated. And I've even got in now, I've unlocked the research so you can put farms over this way. So we've put in the remainder of our farms. What that does mean is we can use the restaurant. We've run out of people on 1,234 pop, but we've got the restaurant running ever so slightly. We've got the apothecary running when I turn that on, and everything is good. We've got all the ingredients. We've also got the perfumer, the pub, all that sort of stuff running. Where is, I can't remember where I put the pub, but it is running. So all in all, pretty good. I'll also show you the farm momentarily, but let me just show you here. We are all the way down, so unlocked all of the updates. So library cards, improved lecturers, which bumped up all the happiness as well. The last one is spread the news here, which is all research every item in the tech tree. And there's one more monument I've got in the farm tree. Provides up to 75 decorations for nearby buildings. We've got this small flower thing, which is a small monument, but I think I'm going to put it in the theme part. I was thinking about putting it in here anyway. It's not that big, so it would look really nice here, I think. And there it is. That's a nice addition to it right there. Now we are 102 days in, and let me just go over and show you the farm now. Now here is the farm. Not quite as grand, but we have built up quite a bit. So got extra farms and all that around here for all the extra. So you'll see we've got what did I put in there? We've got lavender and all that sort of stuff over here. We also had a quest to fill out a little theme park over here as well. So that's exactly what I've done. And it's making everyone pretty happy. I mean, they're good enough, right? So the farm is this. Now what you did do, if I come into research for the farms, I'll just give you a quick run over on everything we kind of did. So we did these guys, farm surface increase, pub, doghouse, all that sort of stuff. And then tier 4 was how we got this. So you can now use all house types in each zone and global farming. And there's the flower automaton as well. So you needed 85% happiness with the farmers. So all good. I'll give you a quick run through then of the farmland. So I've basically decorated the side of the buildings and lights just to make them happy. You'll see you've got flowers on the side. It works really well, so you can place them directly on it. Pretty nice over the hill. I didn't want to build this one too big, but you'll see that even the train station's pretty large now. I wanted to keep it kind of spacious and looking nice. All right, let's start over at the farms that we added over here, and let's go for the grand tour. I even put them over the hill. I thought it was really nice pumpkins there. Here we go. So nice housing estate across this one. We got the odd little business in there as well, the other side of the train station. So really quite built up actually over here now with the little theme park and stuff. Looks awesome. I've built literally on every single inch right now, and then really into the main upper part of town where it is really, really busy. You'll see multiple decorations that we've done. Our clock grandiose arch thing. Down into the low town here, which is actually also very busy with the post office and all that sort of stuff. Impressive. Through to this bit of a plaza and national fountain. All the way around to our one remote artist. Living the dream over here. Then over to the mayor's house and statue, which I have done the line where the map ends with trees, and really into the upper market bit that we've built here. I really like this area. It's simple but really nice, but hopefully we'll go into night and you'll get to see the lights from all these. The cathedral is awesome over here as well. And then into the upper part with the library. Magnificent, really. And then all the way around. I really, really like this walk that we've done. It's quite hard to maneuver, sorry, it's pretty quick. But I really like just having a good amount of trees up here as well. And then let's zoom out. You'll see the monuments everywhere. And there it is, the final city. Amazing. And we're just going to get into the nighttime for you. Look at the lights in the pond. That is awesome, right? Really, really nice. And the decoration points on these guys is insane. So I've spent hours in between the cuts just detailing every little item here, every tree, every little park. You'll see the odd fences and stuff. Oh, it's beautiful. And the nighttime town is something of beauty for sure. But there it is, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. And thank you to the guys over at Quali for sending me this and sponsoring this video. Guys, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already as well. Let me know if you're playing it. If you aren't, I suggest you do. If you like City Builders, an absolute fantastic game. As always, though, I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one.